Okay, good evening, folks, and welcome to Wacky Wednesday. I'm just kidding, that's not the name of this stream, but welcome to the stream nonetheless. And yeah, I am intending to do a hopefully regular Wednesday stream. I used to do Monday Mame every Monday, in which I would play old school games. The name MAME refers to the famous arcade game emulator, but it kind of evolved into all kinds of old school games. And to make a long story even longer, I wasn't really able to do Mondays regularly anymore, but it looks like Wednesdays might work for me. I just need a snappy name for this. But yeah, for the stream that I'll do every Wednesday, hopefully. And I might be able to do a very periodic Monday MAME, maybe roughly once a month on average. Just explaining my schedule here, by the way. And yeah, and the idea would be, this is what I'm thinking, that I would play truly arcade games. It would be a real Monday main that I do once in a while on Mondays, in which I play arcade games. But this regular Wednesday thing would be for all kinds of old school games. Excuse me. And I don't have a good name for it. Let me know if you think of one. But it could just be something stupid like Old School Wednesday or Old School Gaming with Mark W. Wednesday. W. Wednesday was that thing I had in mind, but it sounds stupid. But anyway, the theme of today, putting all aside all that schedule garbage, it's gonna be I'm just gonna play a random smattering of Commodore 64 games in honor of Commodore 64's 40th birthday. That's right, it was first released. The Commodore 64 was first released in August. I don't know the exact date, but I think it was like about a week ago. But in the year 1982. So this machine, with its famous 64 kilobytes of RAM, is now a full 40 years old, if you can believe that. Um, the Commodore 64 is still the single best selling personal computer of all time. And there's a little bit of a caveat with that figure. It's true, but that's because, with IBM PC, you had a million clones, and you have manufacturers like Dell putting together about 80 different models. And so, if you count each of those separately, they don't beat Commodore. But if you try to talk about every single PC sale, then obviously it would probably be Commodore. But anyway, that said, let's play some Commodore. If you're in the chat, please say hi, or unless you don't want to for some reason. But I like to chat with you guys. It's all about the interaction as well as the playing of games for me. And yeah, I know my buddy Andy was looking forward to this. I think he was. I have spammed a couple of my friends. Hopefully they'll join. And yeah, I'm just checking out the chats, various chats where I talk to people. All right, cool. So it looks like maybe Andy's here. He replied to my announcement of the stream with a woohoo Homer icon. Anyway, yeah, let's play. I'm just gonna pick. I have a whole bunch of games. I don't have like nearly all of the ROMs that are available for Commodore. Hello, Andy. He's officially here, and I just downloaded some one by one. If you do have a request and I don't have it, I could really just download it quick. You might have to wait like 1 minute. As you can see, the file sizes are so extremely tiny that over any modern internet connection, they pretty much download instantly. I started a little late just now because I had a little problem setting up my controller. This is a modern Bluetooth controller, yet I'm playing Commodore 64. Andy, Maniac Mansion, really? Do you think this would be a good one to play? Like, is that a good version of the game? Well, maybe I'll give that a try, but I don't want to get into anything that's like gonna take hours on end. Maybe I'll just play it for like 10 minutes or something. Um, well, for now, I don't have that, so why don't I play something I do and I'll think about getting that. I'm gonna play a game that I only remembered I ever had. It's not the most memorable game. It wasn't bad, but I only remembered it existed because it's called Omicron. And with the Omicron variant of the coronavirus that came out about a year ago, I thought of this game. I was like, and the funny thing was, I remember a lot of people having a lot of trouble pronouncing the word Omicron, and a lot of people had never heard of it. They were like, Omicron. I don't remember what they were saying, but it was a foreign word to a lot of people. And I remember thinking, I remember getting this Commodore game in like 1986, and that was my first exposure to the word Omicron. And also, it turned out to be a Greek letter. So I thought I would just run that. I'll play that a little bit for starters, even though it's not really an all-time classic or anything. But why the heck not? So, here we got one of the infamous cracker loader screens. Oop, I actually didn't load the right game. This is Archon. I've already got to play a little Archon. Archon is a great game for 2 players, and it's not bad single player as well. So this is one of these loaders that wraps up a bunch of trainers too, so you can basically play cheat codes. Border in the arena is always dark. No. Unlimited energy. I'm not going to play with cheat codes. So this is an awesome game. 1983, there was nothing like this at the time. You have this kind of chess-like board, and when you have 2 units move to the same place, same space, you have to fight it out. Yeah, Omicron is not Archon, and yeah, I accidentally had this in memory from before when I was testing, and I think I had to reset the machine by doing something like this. But I figured as long as I loaded this, I'll play it anyway. So let's go for it. This is a nice little intro where you see all the armies march into formation. So your basic grunts are the knights and the goblins on each side. And it's not a perfect mirror image of the light side, which is on the left, and the right, but they're very similar. Probably the most distinct pair of units are a couple that you just saw. The Phoenix, which is over here, it has an attack where it kind of puffs into a fireball. And on the other side, it's this one, the Shapeshifter. So the dark side of the Shapeshifter that matches whatever it's fighting. It takes the form of whatever it's fighting. Alright, so let's not watch the demo. By the way, one of the funny things with the Commodore is all of the, there's no consistent way to start a game. So I always have to figure out which button is the one I'm supposed to be pressing. Alright, so I had to reset it. Now I think I pressed F5 or something. Alright, so I'm going to play a little Archon. Who should it be, the light side or the dark side? Let's go with... I used to always play dark against the computer as a kid. I'm going to go with light, though. Computer dark. I'm pressing F3 to toggle through that. And then, with who do you want to get? Who do you want to go first? So, whichever side goes first gets less of a benefit with these colors. The colors are what they are. You see the purple ones right now, and there's also some that are white and black. The ones that you see that are white and black are fixed white and black. They stay like that the whole game. And all that means is one side is stronger. So the dark side is stronger in a battle on a black square, vice versa for white. But all these colored ones, they cycle. They get darker and lighter and darker and lighter. So whoever gets to go first gets the short end of the initial, cycle of that, basically. And it decided to launch a demo again, so I have to reset it. Anyway, I'm going to just start. Stop talking. So let's go computer dark and dark first. That sounds good. But yeah, I'll load Omicron after this. So one of the things I like to do is free out my stronger guys who are stuck on a black space if I'm the light side. So these unicorns are actually quite strong, but they start on black, and they don't have the ability to fly. Some of these units have the ability to fly, like this Valkyrie can just fly over other units, but the unicorns don't. So what I like to do is move the knight out of the way as an opening move and free the unicorns. Free the unicorns! So he's doing a similar thing with his banshees, because the banshees start on fixed white squares. So let's get this unicorn out of there. And what it says at the bottom is how, if they're flying or they're a ground unit and how many spaces. So the unicorn can move up to 4 spaces on the ground. And as you can see, for a moment, the whole world is white, which is beneficial for me. By the way, the goal of the game is to either annihilate the other army or to claim these 4 power points. Each side has a wizard or a sorceress who starts on one of the power points, and those squares are fixed white or black respectively. And if you manage to get all 5 power points, you win the game. So usually that means, usually the wizard or sorceress just camps out in their starting place, and so they're pretty powerful hanging out there. And they each have a list of spells they can cast. There's maybe 8 of them or so, and each spell you can only cast once per game though. Let's get this Just one minor issue. I'm a little rusty because I don't play this a lot, so I'm having trouble remembering which are the fixed squares. I guess it would be symmetrical to what I did at the bottom, so probably I want to move the knight here. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see it better. But yeah, this is totally not Omicron, Andy. So let's free the other unicorn. Now our unicorns are not in danger on a black space. And there's other ways you can play. You can just play aggressively and try to kill as fast as possible. But now my next concerns are the Genie, who's very strong, and the Phoenix, because these color squares are going to start to go dark, and I would rather not have them there. So I'm going to move them away, and then I'm probably going to get aggressive after that. So this Genie can move 4. I'll put him on, I could put him on one of these colors. I'm going to put him here for now. Here comes the Shapeshifter. He's freeing him. He's claiming a power point. Okay. So I'm going to free the Phoenix, who can fly 5. I'm actually not the hugest fan of the Phoenix. I'm not that great with him. He can't shoot. He just kind of goes, his whole body turns into a puff of fire. Alright, so there's summoning an air elemental to attack my Phoenix. Okay, it's a white square at least. But I said I'm not really that great with the Phoenix. Okay, he's probably going to kill me, honestly. Combination of me being rusty and not being good with the Phoenix in the first place. It would be cool if you could camp out here and they would gradually heal, but it doesn't work like that. Alright, so my Phoenix is gone. And the air elemental's gone too because it's a one-off. You summon it, and that's your air elemental. I can use the revive spell to bring the Phoenix back to life. You know, again, it's one use per spell, so that would be my 1 revive. But I suck with the Phoenix anyway, so let's let him be dead, I guess. Okay, maybe I'll move the Valkyrie up a bit. And I'm going to start to try to claim power points when it starts to get lighter. I could probably, for now, just keep advancing units. Maybe I'll put my unicorn here. It might seem threatening, so maybe he'll attack me in the white space. Or maybe not. Let's put a Valkyrie here. Now it's starting to get lighter. Oh, I can't reach that. And the thing is, you can't... Unfortunately, with this, in Archon 1, they changed this in Archon 2, but it's kind of a UI issue. Once you select the guy, you can't undo it. So I forgot the Valkyrie has a limit of 3, and therefore I cannot move onto the power point that I wanted to do. But oh well. So right now he has 4 of the 5. I don't expect that to last. But if he did manage to kill my wizard right now, he would win the game. So I'm going to pick off this goblin with a unicorn. Hopefully I don't screw that up. Jeez. As you can see, the computer does have some issues running into walls and stuff. So, but sometimes it does play well. Okay, the dragon's moving now. He's probably going to attack soon. Now, one thing about the Shapeshifter is since he always matches the unit it's fighting, then if it tends to be on a, if he's on a lighter square, then it's an even match, except the light color tends to, will favor the light side. So that's usually good to wait. And try to pick off the Shapeshifter when it's kind of lightish. So I'm going to make the Valkyrie attack this goblin now. Oof, I almost took a hit. I did not, though. I'm going to move my ugly face a little bit to the side because it's covering a little bit of stuff. Okay. Alright, so Shapeshifter, yeah, he's going to pick on a knight on a black space, which I don't really care about, but my knight is as good as dead, because look at her respective life. But I got a little bit of damage in there. I forget how it works in this game. I think damage does keep, like you do stay damaged across battles, but I think there might be, and again, I might be blending Archon 1 and 2 in my mind, but I think there's some degree of healing. Like if it might be when it's on a matching color square, it'll heal. The unit will heal, or maybe it's just over enough time. I don't really remember exactly. But what I could do is try to kill the sorceress, right? I mean, it's tough, but you kind of got to go for it eventually. Another thing I can do is try to pick off this basilisk, because basilisks are nasty. That's the dark side's counterpart to the unicorn. And what I could do is summon an elemental right here, perhaps, and catch it off guard while it's on the white space. So that would be a good way to take him out. I'm going to do that. Assuming I don't screw it up, but here comes. You don't get to choose which elemental, it's random. So but it picked the fire elemental for me, and let's try to take out this basilisk. The basilisk's shots are very fast, just like the unicorn. So I guess, okay, cool. I guess the fire elemental shots are very fast too. So we took out the basilisk, and now everything's white. Haha. Here comes the dragon picking off a knight on a black space. Okay, fine. Look at our respective life total. That's ridiculous. So what I'm going to try to do is just it's I was gonna say I was gonna try to creep forward and sort of duck behind the walls, but before I could even explain my plan, I failed. Yeah, so I could try to go for the win in 2 turns. Let's set up for it. Archer down there. I'm gonna use my unicorn. Oh, he's not gonna let that happen. He's gonna try to take me out with his manticore, who is the dark side's counterpart to the archer. Oh, okay. I actually find this kind of weird to play with a gamepad. I'm gonna try using the analog joystick. Maybe that'll be easier. Oh, it didn't hit him. There we go. Ah, I'm stuck. Okay. I guess the analog was a bad idea. Oh, I saw that coming. But yeah, the analog stick, when I moved a certain angle, it made me stop completely. Maybe because it was confused about the direction I was moving. So I'm not going to try that again. I'll stick with the D-pad. Oh my god, there's a big mosquito here. Hold on a second. Cool. Got him. One shot kill. At least I killed something. So yeah, I can try to finish off this unicorn. Let's go for that. Valkyrie. Yeah, you can see it's still damaged. Cool, got it. Now, Archon 2 is a much more advanced game with this, with a lot more elements to it, but it has this kind of tendency to turn into a grind of attrition. Like, I kill one of your guys, and you summon a new one, and then you kill one of my guys, and you keep summoning new ones. Because the way it works is as long as you have mana, you can keep summoning new guys, so it become quite a grind. But overall, it's a more advanced and interesting game than Archon 1. It's just, this game plays faster, kind of more directly. Alright, so I can go for the win now. I don't know if I'm going to kill the sorceress, but hopefully I can at least weaken her. But a unicorn is as good as anybody else, pretty much, for this go for the win attempt. Oh, shit. Oof. Ah! Alright. I think I've had good luck with the Genie against the sorcerers in the past, so maybe I'll try to advance my Genie over here. Dragon is going to... Yeah, now these squares are going to turn dark, so it's going to be turning the tide, unfortunately. Oh, damn. Not quite as good as I used to be at this game. That's alright, though. Alright, good. Should we go Genie versus Dragon? That would be good to take out the Dragon. So I'm thinking of two different things. I can try to back off the colored squares now that they're getting dark, or I could be aggressive and try to kill this dragon. If I kill the dragon, though, I don't know who I'm gonna actually attack the sorcerers with. Nobody's like in range really. What I could do is do Genie takes dragon. Hopefully, I might not succeed. Unicorn attempts to kill sorcerers, and then I just need one person to fill in the space in the middle, which nobody could do in a single turn because of movement restrictions. I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's go for Genie versus Dragon. Okay. Okay, he's getting stuck on things. Oh, shit. Ah, come on. Oh. Alright, so not doing great, but that dragon should be wounded. I should try to finish him off. But now I've got a Banshee. They have a short range attack, so hopefully I can shoot it before it gets close. No. Okay, so Unicorn took a little damage, but took out the Banshee. The lowly archer will try to finish off the dragon. Oh boy. I'm only going to take one hit. Okay. trouble aiming straight. Yeah! Take that, dragon! The usher has slain the mighty dragon. I wouldn't trust a knight to do that though with their stupid "I'll beat you with a stick" kind of an attack. Alright, so this is getting nasty because it's black and he's reviving the dragon. Okay. Now the question is, can I really try for this win? I guess, like I said before, I could rush the unicorn in here, but then I still have this empty power point, which I won't be able to fill for 2 turns. I'm gonna go for it. Let's do it. Unicorn's probably gonna get killed sitting there on the black square in the center anyway. So let's go. Oh my goodness. Yes. Come on, sorceress. Woof. Yes. Yeah! Took out the boss, essentially. Alright, now they're not going to be happy. They're going to go right after that unicorn. Dragon's going to attack me, probably. Look at that. Alright. But they're out of spells, which is good. But their caster is dead. Oh no. Ah! Shoot. Ooh. Shit. Okay. Now I think we've got this game. Alright, yeah, so I can't win it. Oh, I can win right here. The knight can just run in. There we go. The light side wins. Alright, the computer gave me a decent run for the money, but I am victorious. But you can tell that in the battles, the computer isn't super smart. Its aim is good, but, you know, it walks into walls and stuff like that. So really, this game shines 2-player, in my opinion. And it is also, in my opinion, an all-time classic. There have been a couple attempts to revive this game. Like, there was something called Archon Ultra for, I think, Windows or something. There was also an iOS Archon, but they never really caught on like this game. But that said, let's reset and try Omicron again. I'll try to download Maniac Mansion, but again, I don't want to get too deep into a long adventure game, but I can play a little bit. So I'm downloading that on the side while this loads. Oh, you can see my Finder windows. No. Two discs, I guess. All right, let's get this out of the way. Okay, let's run Omicron. Wait, did it load Archon again? What the hell? Let's do hard reset. Attach the image Omicron. Oh, maybe I have to do load because it's a T. The T file is, I think, tape. That's a different command, I believe. It was like basically I had Archon in the virtual disk drive while the Omicron game was in the virtual tape drive, I think. Look, we're getting 300. Oh, you can't see this. Look how many frames per second. 330 frames per second. And I have no idea if this will even work, but I'm trying. I don't know. This game isn't even great, so I'm not going to waste time on it. I just thought it would be cool to try a random, obscure game called Omicron. Alright, so I want to play another obscure classic, in my opinion, before I do some Maniac Mansion. On a recent video that I uploaded to my channel, I showed a little bit of Lazy Jones, or they played the music from Lazy Jones. What the heck's going on? Oh, I have warp mode on, so it's like registering characters strangely. But this is going to be Lazy Jones, which is a cool little game where you're like some, I don't know, you're like a janitor or something in this multi-story arcade, and you just walk through each room and play random arcade games. It's kind of like WarioWare, you know, the famous Micro Mini Games game by Nintendo, or series of games by Nintendo, but it's like, you know, a decade and a half before that or something. Anyway, I'm loading Lazy Jones. Warp mode off. I love the music for Lazy Jones. One cool thing about the music is it all runs into each other. The music changes as you play, but I don't know enough about music theory, but I think it's all in the same key. And that bass line you hear, it's like, it's all the same or very similar for every song, so it transitions smoothly. And it's just really cool. A cool, unique style to it. Alright, so we can choose how many lives. You can pick between 1 and 9. I'll just go in the middle, 5. So here we are. Lazy Jones, we're the guy in the middle, one making jump. You just go in each of these rooms, you try to avoid these like shopping carts and things, whatever they are. And okay, I just got killed. I'm trying to go in the doors to play a game, but when I pressed the button to enter a door, it made me turn around for some reason. There we go. Lazy Jones. Get ready, Lazy Jones. What are we playing here? Oh, the Turk. This is the most bizarre minigame of all. You are a fork, and you're trying to stab a turkey going along a conveyor belt repeatedly. Each time you get it, you get 10 points, and there's a bouncing telephone. The bouncing telephone kind of negates your fork. You don't have lives, but it just kind of cancels your current incarnation of your fork. And yeah, you just have that time limit in the corner. Anytime you get, oh, that's right, anytime you get killed by the phone, your time goes down dramatically. And all the games are kind of like this, just these stupid little things with a very brief time limit. And I don't know, I love it. It's just so silly. Alright, that was the Turk. Now Lazy Jones like, screw this, I'm on to the next game. For some reason, yeah, the button is making me move right. I'm just gonna go with it, I don't know. But you press the button to go into the door. And there's a few doors that have special things, like a bathroom. Okay, get ready, what are we playing? Oh, Jaywalk, okay. Oh, that was that. That one doesn't just knock down your time, it's just game over when you get hit. You're supposed to go back and forth crossing the street and you get points each time you do. Ah! Somehow the shopping cart thing didn't hurt me. Poor collision section. Okay, now what do we got? Okay, rescue. This is like, what's that game called? Hero? Where you're that guy with the helicopter, and you drop down a little bit if you don't press up for a while. And yeah, I think in this one you just try not to touch any walls and rescue the people. If you touch a wall once, I think you're dead. But you also have the timer going. There's a website called highscore.com, and sometimes I like to submit high scores for games on there. Oh, it just occurred to me, I wonder if anybody's ever bothered to submit a high score for Lazy Jones. Oh, shoot. Oh, am I not hearing the music, by the way? It just isn't playing the music, which is not good, because that's a lot of the fun of this game. It was playing it at the intro. There we go. It came back. Let me in. Ah! Did I already go in the third door there? Oh no, the black guy's getting me. Didn't sound right. The shadow guy. Come on. Shoot. I'm not sure why it's working weird. Ah! Press the button. I already said it, but I press the button and it makes me go right sometimes. Let's try down again. First floor. Try jumping over the shadowy guy. Okay, now let's go in the door. Come on. Okay. Oh no, it's a closet. Lady Jones says, no, that would mean work. I'm not doing it. I leave. Okay, you can just hold the button to go in the door. This is a special one where you're actually... well, it says here, you move up to jump over the drunk, press fire to score a drink off the Ioman. So here we are at a bar, we're not actually playing a game. All you have to do is mash the button in front of the bartender. But again, it's making me move right randomly when I press the button for some reason. It might be my config in the emulator. I'm just chugging all these beers here. And the drunk just kind of blocks you like this. He doesn't kill you. Yes, I've had 40 beers. Let's keep it going. It could be another cocktail. 50. Could be I'm having all kinds of different drinks. 55. Let's keep it going. Come on. Let's try to get to 70 before the time runs out. I think we can do it. No, 66 drinks. Lazy Jones is very drunk now. Well, let's play more video games anyway. Which one is this? The wall. Okay, this is like a snake. Oh, I pressed right! Okay, so I walked into the wall. This is, you know, one of those snake kind of games. Alright, but I failed terribly. Let's try to jump over the shadow. Okay. Let's try to shoot as many dust bunnies from space as fast as possible. Missed one. Took a hit. I think I lost some time from that. What's that? Only auto fire is going. Okay. Alright, 300 points from Stardust. I think Lazy Jones looked like he had a big snout, like a pig snout or something, or a dog. That's it, I'm gonna try to go for Lazy Jones world record sometime. This one is called The Hills Are Alive. I guess the spaceships are actually hills. The hills are actually spaceships. The hills are alive. The sound of spaceships. Lazy Jones micro mini games. If you like some Lazy Jones action, make sure you mash your face onto the like button. Alright, Lazy Jones, where are we going now? Here? I don't think we did this third one, right? Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. 99 red balloons. Nope. Laser Jones. This is like the fastest paced Space Invaders type game ever. Just plow through everything. Keep keep going. Can I max out my score? I think the max is probably 990. I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. I'm gonna try. Oh, we're not. I'll probably get like 700 something. Yeah, 760. Okay, I think we cleared the bottom floor. Did we get everything on the left? I don't know. Let's just go to the top floor. Oh! I have to hold up. Silly me. Here we go. That's just some random guy at the top. I don't understand who these characters are. It's some random guy in a blue hat at the top who tries to kill you. Oh crap, a bathroom. I don't know if he goes here or he just... Like, it's supposed to be he goes or is he disappointed? I guess he makes the same sound when he encounters the janitorial closet. So I guess he just gets disgusted and leaves. It's like, this isn't a game? I like how you shoot these games. It looks like it has like a keyboard console or something. What is this one? Oh. You're trying to, yeah, hit these things. Like, breakout style. The reflex, it's called. All in the reflexes. Which I apparently don't have too much of right now. Okay. Can we break 500? Can we break 500? Ah, no, I'm screwing up. It's at 470. Pretty close. Scooch. This plays kind of similarly to the Hero game. I don't remember what they called it in this, but you know, where you're the dude with the helicopter attached to it. Oh, look, you get hit. You have to go all the way back there. That sucks. It's kind of frustrating. If I get hit again, I might just give up. Like, I don't think I want to do this. Oh! What happened if I accidentally hit this analog stick right here? You can do either one in front. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again despite my frustration. I'm trying with the analog stick now. It's even harder, I think. Okay. Just want to get this last one. It'll reset, but I want to get it anyway. It's totally doable. Ta-da! That's only to get 40 points, though. Some of the other games, you know, you're getting like 10 points every second. And this one's like much harder. Much lower scoring. I guess if you were really good, you could just zoom through it, but even then, you'd probably clear the board and get 40 points every, like, I don't know, 30 seconds tops. So, definitely a low scoring game. Let's see if I can get this last one before the timer runs out. I guess it depends if I hit a wall or not. If I don't hit any wall, then I got this. Maybe I can even get another platform before the timer runs out. Yeah, there we go. Let's get one more. Woo! That's it. Come on, Lazy Jones, where's my music? I guess I had forgotten that it goes off sometimes. This part's funny, I remember this. He has a nightmare about all these shadow guys. It's a lazy nightmare. And they go up. Such a bizarre game. I love this era of really early games where just weird people, like, weird game designers could just program whatever they want by themselves and call it a game and sell it. Oh, this one's called Chucky Egg. I think you just can't touch these birds. Oh, I think I screwed that up right there. I have to go back left again if I'm going to make it up that ladder. Yeah. So you want to be real close, I guess, and turn around right in time like that. I think I might have screwed it up again, but let's try it. I'm going to go for it. Ah, didn't work. I couldn't quite catch the ladder. All right, I'm right on the purple one's tail. Like literally tail. Hopefully I can pull it off this time. There we go. Get some more eggs. Each one gives you 50 points. So this is oh, even though it's kind of a slow pace as far as how often you score, you do get a lot of points when you do score. Ah, crap. Oh, that's no fair. Cheater. Where am I? Okay. So I have one life left, and then I'm done. Jones. So you can probably see I have Potty Pigeon set as the game that I'm playing on the stream. So that is a game, actually. It's called Potty Pigeon. I'm going to give that a play at some point. This one's called Wild Wafers, where you're shooting, I guess, wafers. I'm having trouble here. Damn it. Guess I gotta watch how they're bouncing a little better. Oh, 60 points. Boo. Did I get the left-hand one? There we go. Outland. Another shoot 'em up. $300 points. Hey, give me some music, Lazy Joe. What's going on here? Play that funky music, Lazy Jones. Whew. Okay, did I clear everything on the right here? I guess I just have to go to the top and right, probably. I don't know. Hard to remember. Oh, that was horrible timing. Okay. I just barely squeaked by, actually. Just hold the fire button to try to get into one of these doors. Yeah, I didn't finish that one. Okay. Oh yeah, this one. It's like a little breakout style game. It is hard to precisely hit the square because you're the same size as the square. It's called Wipeout instead of Breakout. Oh. The funny thing is the square will only knock out blocks when you hit it, even though it seems to be hitting the blocks with the same, velocity essentially. Why isn't Lazy Jones realistic? Oh man. bet it's possible to clear the whole board. I guess if you're good at this. I missed a lot of time, so if you actually hit the square every time, you could probably clear the whole board. I might actually be, get fairly close by the time the time runs out. But alas, I am not a Lazy Jones master yet. Oh well. I wouldn't call that close exactly after all. Okay, what's left? Maybe I'll just call it a game. That's enough Lazy Jones. Well, actually, I want to get to the 99 red balloons one. Gotta get to that. Alright, so let's go on, I don't know. I really can't remember what I did anymore. I think there's still some outstanding on the bottom floor. Where'd you come from? There we go. Maybe you're the 99. There we go, yeah. And it would be playing the song if the music didn't decide to stop. I think there's a button. Toggle the music, perhaps. Now I'm pressing random keys. Let's just play, I guess. So you have to get 2 balloons. Float your guy at the top. This one's like really low scoring, I think. You do this, that bow and arrow tries to shoot you. But when you're at the top, you can touch this thingy, and you get 10 points. So it takes you like, I guess if you're really good, it'll probably still take you at least like 10 seconds per 10 points. So you take 1 balloon to go down and 2 to go back up. Oh, it missed. I thought the arrow had my balloon. There we go, the M button. M key. Apple's music. Man, it must have been hitting M somehow. Oh, my balloon. My poor balloon. Plus side, your guy can't get killed by the arrow. He's invulnerable to arrow, but the balloons are not. No! Just out of reach. Can I get 1 more before the time runs out? I don't think I can, but let's try. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Come on, balloon. Do it. Maybe. No! No! Not get 99 red balloons. I got like 4, no 6. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. That's enough. Oh, it looks like I beat the whole area, so now it resets essentially. And I think these enemies get faster, but there's nothing new in the doors, so it's not really worth doing again. So that is some Lady Jones for you. What a weird game. I love it. It's from 1983. Alright, I'm gonna load a little bit of Maniac Mansion for you, Andy. And I don't want to play it too long. I keep saying that, but I want to be able to have time to play a lot of different games. But we're going to play a little bit just to see what it's like, because I've never played this version. Let's put it in warp mode. Makes the loading go fast, or makes the whole processing go fast. And the funny thing is, it's still usually very slow, even with the warp mode on. We're loading. The Soft Killer Crew proudly presents Maniac Mansion Deutsch. Cracked December 1st, 1988. I wonder if this is actually in German, because it says all deutsche Version dieses Spiels. Ich hoffe, es gefällt euch. Okay, this is the German version, I think. You can play Maniac Mansion in German. That'll make it even harder, just to add like an extra difficulty level to it. I can practice my German. Okay, let's do warp mode. Here we go. Bitte noch 2 Kinder. Okay, you have to choose 2 kids or something. Joystick. Oh, you have a mouse cursor kind of thing. Okay. Let's pick you. Dave, Sandy, Freund und Organisator. Michael. Sid, ein aufstrebender Musiker. Bernard, Präsident des Physikclubs. Razors, Sängerin der Punkband. Okay, so, you choose 3 or 2. It looks like you choose 3. I'm just gonna pick the first 3, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. Genau 20 Jahren. Expecting something bigger. This is what I get for downloading a game in a rush. I just randomly downloaded the German version. I actually own this game for NES. Let's enjoy the intro. Pretty cool. I like the intro. Look at that chainsaw. Seite einlegen und Knopf drücken. Asking me to switch to the second disc. Hopefully this works. Yeah, I did it. Now what? Press the button, I guess. Come on, where are you? So I guess. Okay. I was gonna say there's like a little light at the bottom, which means it's accessing the disk. Weiterspielen layer test. What's the time here? Pause, zoom. What is Weiterspielen? Something game. Pause to the game. I can't be really like, translating things on the fly here. Spacebar is a layer Taste. Okay. I know what that was. Layer Taste. Wie sieht wie das alte Landhaus aus? Ich bin sicher, dass Dr. Fred Sandy es dieses Haus geschleppt hat. Es ist unser Job, sie daraus zu holen. Das könnte gefährlich werden. Andy says no one who speaks German can be evil. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't just play it. I'm not going to be able to follow it. I took 2 semesters of German, which is why I can even barely pronounce anything at all, but I can't really follow it well enough to read it. And, you know, I don't expect anybody in the audience to speak German randomly. But it's cool to see this Commodore version anyway, just to see what it looks like. I never played it. So here you have the interface, and you have this kind of fake mouse cursor. That's cool. But yeah, this is kind of beyond the point where I'd be like, "Ah, I don't remember what it always mean. Gava, I guess, I think that's give or something like that. Gava. There's a, is that read? It's making an annoying sound in the background. Glacius, that's what it is. Alright. Well, we saw what it looks like. We saw the intro. That's good enough, I guess. So that's what we'll leave it at that for tonight. And yeah. I will pick something at random pretty much. Let's see. How about, well, we named the stream, or we, I said the game is going to be Potty Pigeon when I configure the stream. So we got to play some Potty Pigeon. It's a rule. Now, here's the thing. I thought that if it's a C64, I can just type load and it would work. But it seems to just be taking me to this weird screen when I do that. I wonder if I'm not supposed to be doing that. Let me try to reset. But I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything. I guess I should look at these lights I have at the bottom, which you guys can't see because I have it cut off. Let's try again. Potty Pigeon. I think I want to do... I'm going to try this. Oh, no, it's found there. Did I attach it? I just gotten T64s to work before. Let me just see something. I guess it is just load. And there's a setting you have to set. It's somewhere around here. Shape. You have to enable virtual. Okay, that's what I did wrong before. Didn't have that checked up. When I was testing earlier, I checked this, but I guess the settings don't save. So let's I guess reset. Hopefully it works now with the enable virtual device. Potty Pigeon. All right, I found Potty Pigeon. Woo! You can see the greatest game of all time now. The only game that I know of where you're a, there's probably other games by now, but where you're a bird flying around crapping on things. Potty Pigeon. Hey Jason, how's it going? My friend from work a couple jobs ago, Jason, said he's hanging out with Andy, and that Lazy Jones is amazing. The fork turkey phone trinity is hilarious. Hope you're doing okay, Jason. All right, what's going on here? What is all this stuff? Okay, these are people's names. They're probably like cracker dudes' names who think they're all elite and stuff. But I lost my chat window. Here we go. I found it again. Infinite lives? No. Infinite time? No. I just wanna crap on cars now. Yeah, I agree. Lazy Jones is awesome. I mean, it's obviously very simple and stuff, but hey, it's from 1983. All right, get ready to see the greatest game ever. Potty Pigeon. Oh. Hold on. One of the most bizarre things about Commodore is some games require the joystick to be in port 1 and some require port 2, and it's very common for some to use port 2. I don't know why. But here we are, we're going to crap on some cars. There, that one's dead. Spun out of control. And here's another bird. That one going to kill me? I don't remember. Let's try it. It doesn't do anything. Okay. But we're trying to get well, pieces of our nest or twigs from the ground here, and maybe put them in the nest here. We're trying to build the nest while crapping on things. You have unlimited pooping abilities, just like me in real life. Oh, so that birdie, if you touch it while you're holding the twigs, it'll make you drop the twigs. Oh, I got killed by a car. Oh man, that's serious. Poor bird. I think you can kill the butterfly. Yeah, I killed it. I don't know if it gave me points or what. No, it didn't give me points. Oh, it gave me 10. Okay, not a lot of points. You get 20 for crapping on the car. Oh, that bird made me drop it again. I hate you guys. There's like a castle here. What did that say? Wizard Dev. Just micro. Sale, 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 sale. It's hard to get these cards. You have to get them exactly. You have to hit them just right. Oh! Why did... Stop making me drop my twigs. I need to make my nest, you jerks. I'm gonna take it easy. If I go too fast, I seem to hit things. Yeah, you can see the nest is filling in a little bit. Take that, you cars. I feel like when I'm, you know, when I get bird poop on my car, it does feel like it's like there's way more poops than there should be. Like I just scrubbed my my glass. I used the glass cleaner on my windshield recently. The day after there was bird poop on it. I think the potty pigeon got me. I just want to get my nest once. This isn't really a great game, obviously, but it's just hilarious. But I want to get my nest filled once. There we go. It's about halfway full. More than halfway now. There's some more twigs. Now, Andy, I know you had you didn't have Commodore, but you borrowed it from your cousin often. But I wonder, Jason, did you have a Commodore, or did you play a Commodore ever? You can just use Andy's Slack. I mean, YouTube chat. You don't have to Slack me. It's up to you. Alright, so we're getting close to filling in the nest here. Jason did not own Commodore. Okay. Yeah, Commodore, like I said at the beginning, I don't know if you're here for that. This is actually the top-selling personal computer of all time. And a little bit of a caveat with that, you know, obviously you're talking about IBM PC clones. Well, they sold more, but the thing is, there's so many different models in, you know, like, you know, say Dell puts out 80 different machines. And, you know, Gateway used to put 100 different machines, etc., etc. So they kind of all count separately, I guess. But Commodore itself, 64, best-selling home computer of all time. And, you know, same thing with Macs. You know, there's been a zillion different Macs. So if you count any one model, though, against the Commodore, then Commodore wins. All right, so I almost got this nest complete. I think I wrapped around. Did I not? Maybe I can just go left. Oh. Die, mothers! Ah, crap all over you! Alright, let's finish this nest. Then I'll call it quits with Potty Pigeon. Ah! Cool, I got out of the way just in time. Oh, now in case you were wondering, I actually did have this game back in the day. But, oh no, I'm running out of time, look at that. I didn't realize there was a time limit. I heard the beeping and then I looked up top. I had this game, but I didn't buy it. Piracy was rampant among Commodore 64 users back then. Even like non-computer geeks. Like I had like multiple people in my neighborhood. They weren't like hardcore computer geeks, but we'd go over each other's houses and just copy discs. Like nobody bought games for it. I mean, we did, but just like the really high quality ones with like goodies inside and stuff like that. Just so much was. A lot of the not so good games like this one were just copied. I'm sorry to insult your quality potty. Oh, like look at that. So we finished it, and now the bird. I think another bird came to the nest. Did you see that? Maybe that's my mate, or maybe it's trying to kill me. And now we have a plane to deal with too. But I don't really want to play this anymore. Yeah, the plane does kill you. By the way, guys, if you have a good idea for a name for my new regular Wednesday stream, I'm all ears. Because I'm not going to do Monday main regularly anymore. Maybe on rare occasion, and I'll make it really MAME, so I'll play arcade games. But otherwise, I'm trying to make this like old school Wednesday or something like that. One name I had in mind was something like Mark W. Wednesday, but I want to convey that I'm playing old school games as well. In any case, let's play another random game. Mail Order Monsters was a favorite of mine. I'm going to try that in a bit. But right now, what caught my eye was something else. Space Taxi. This game is awesome. And I actually know a guy just from the internet. His name is Brian Puddin. And he has a YouTube channel called Brian's Man Cave, in which he plays old school games. And he actually is working on making a port of this game called Space Taxi for Intellivision, which is practically speaking the most useless thing you can do, but I think it's super cool anyway. Because basically the Intellivision has lesser capability than Commodore, and he's just programming a port for Intellivision of this game. This game's a lot of fun. That you play a taxi cab. You have to pick up people on these random pads. Each pad has a number, like pad 1, pad 2, and each level is constructed entirely different. It's a different theme. And you just pick up a person, and it has like digitized voice, which was rare for this time. Like this is the year the game came out, was something like 1984. And they say, "Hey, taxi," and they ask you they tell you what pad to bring them to. Yeah, look at 1984 right here. This is by Muse Software. Muse also made the original Castle Wolfenstein. So this company that barely anybody's heard of, they came up with Castle Wolfenstein, which id Software borrowed the idea from for their, super influential first-person shooter, Wolfenstein 3D, and then that begat Doom, which kind of made the whole first-person shooter genre explode. So it all comes back to this Muse company. I mean, you can always argue things probably would have developed similarly anyway, but I think it's cool to think about the history. Anyway, this is just a demo. So there's a guy down there yelling, "Hey, taxi." I'm going to turn up the sound a little bit so you can hear. But let me actually play. This is so dangerous. I'm like getting stressed out just watching this demo. Too bad that there's hardly anybody viewing. I think it's just you guys tonight. And I'm appreciative of your viewership, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I like when it's like several people. And the chat is really hopping and stuff like that. But anyway, this is it. Space Taxi. Number of cabbies. That means you can play up to 4 players. And yeah, you can play the easy levels. Basically, there's, I think, 24 levels. You can play the first 8, the middle 8, the final 8, or you can play them all in succession, or all of them randomized. So let's just do standard 24-hour. I'm probably not going to get past level 8 anyway. Okay, the game is loading. By the way, in the emulator, you can see this green light down here means it's accessing the virtual disk. There we go. This should be really easy. It's short and sweet. So I'm this taxi cab. Going, "Hey, taxi." And this level has only 1 pad. So you have your landing gear. When you have your landing gear out, you can land, obviously. And but you have less control. He says, "Up, please." That means he wants to leave the level. You can see in the bottom right, the taxi fare, it goes down over time, unlike in real life. So the longer I take, the less money I make. You just can't touch anything in this game except the ground with your landing gear out. Otherwise, you die if you touch anything. Level 2 is the beach. Yeah, for some reason the voice is very low on the emulator, but he's saying, "Pad 1, please." And the softer you're landing, the more tip you get. You have to try to land very softly. If you come in too hard, you actually die. When you're picking a guy up, it doesn't matter how hard you land. Pad 2, please. You have fuel to worry about as well. to 1. Hey, doctor. So just so you can possibly hear the voice, I'm gonna crank up the volume, which might drown out my own voice, but I mean, the ordinary sound effects like the engine of the car might be loud, but hopefully it doesn't drown me out too much. All right, so that was level 2. It gets hard faster. That was easy. The first 2 are really easy. I don't remember what the third one is. Okay, yeah, this one's not too bad, but it's gonna, you have to like navigate a little bit, a little bit tighter quarters. Yeah, so that pad 2 might be tough if it asks me to go there. So pad 1, please, he says. Thanks. Doctor. Pad 5, please. Let's make some money. I got $43 to my name, and now I got 59. And there can be some strategy to this. Like, you saw I was waiting there at pad 5. What I could have done is try to position myself more centrally so I'd be closer. Probably closer to where he's going to appear, but sometimes he appears in the same pad you're already at. So it feels stupid if you're on pad 5 and then you move away and the guy appeared at pad 5. I'm going to try moving out more centrally now. Here we go, yeah. So that was a slightly beneficial move I made right there. That was a rough landing. It doesn't matter, though. Up, please. Let's go. All right. Level 3 complete. Taxi train. I don't remember what this is. Okay, it's getting difficult now. So there's actually a fuel station you can see in the bottom right. So that means you can spend money to get fuel there. You refuel for free after every level. But this level has you flying around like a lunatic. And you might need the fuel station basically. By the way, the more you thrust, the more fuel you use. So you could actually try to be very slow and gentle and conserve fuel. But then the fare goes down over time. So if you're too slow, you make less money. Whoa. Oh. F5 is the top right, the red one. You can kill these people, by the way, if you hit them. I think you just lose money and then another person appears. The cops don't come for you or anything. Okay, so look at my fuel. It's starting to get pretty low. I might need to stop over at the fuel station momentarily. I don't remember how many people there are left. It would be nice if they told you how many. Let's go get fuel. This guy can wait. So my fare is going to go down while I'm fueling, unfortunately. And he actually yelled again. He's like, "Hey, taxi, you're at the wrong place, dude." Okay, we're full. That should be the only visit to the fuel station we need this level. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And 9. That one's a little hard to get to. That's the one that made me cringe a little bit when the level started. I was like, oh, gotta go down there. I should be fine, I think. Slow down, slow down. Okay. Whew. If my landing gear had gone like 1 pixel off the edge, I would have just died. I just made it. Okay, actually, I'm nervous about this part. game's stressing me out. Okay. It is now 10:30. We got more time to play. Usually what I used to do with Monday main was stream for about 2 hours. I'm not in any real fixed time limit though. Beanstalk. This one's different because there's only one pad, but the pads grow out of the beanstalk over time. You can see it's already happening. And unfortunately, that makes it harder to land on number 1 by a little bit. Not too bad though. Cool. See, that's why it's good sometimes to just stay where you are. It's very convenient when you look out like that. But also consider there's only 3 pads right now, so it was like a 1 in, I think a 1 in 3 chance of it selecting pad 1. I don't know if it's purely random or not though. Go into number 4. The only reason I'm not dying left and right is because I played this game so much when I was younger. This is really hard, believe me. I am going to start dying left and right, though. I was never able to beat this game. It's very hard after a while. So I'm only on level, like, what, 5? Out of 24. It just gets crazy by, like, I don't know, 8 or something. There's one that's like a ping pong table, and a ball is bouncing back and forth. If the ball hits you, you die. It's all kind of crazy stuff. And they could have just made this like each level a different city or a little town, a road. No, but they went all out crazy, and I love that. Everything's bizarre. That 8, please. That's on the right side on the top. Now, wouldn't it be cool though if in real life a taxi cab would charge you less money the longer they take? Ooh, close. Yeah, 7, please. I think the next one will probably be up, please. I thought I was going to drift too far to the right, so I slammed downward, and I had quite a rough landing consequently. Up, please. Here we go. All right. Beanstalk complete. Wow. This game really... I was gonna want the taxi. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. There's no actual paddles hitting the ball. They're just sitting there. Yeah, let's wait for the ball to go. I don't remember quite how the bounce goes. Alright. Yeah, it's consistent each time at least. It's not too bad. It gets much worse than this. Shit. Oh, I'm dead! Okay, I should have gone to the right, I think, instead of trying to go up. Oh, jeez. That was just a dumb mistake. Alright, you're going to see a lot of carnage from now on, I suspect. Let's try to get down here. The ball won't get me. Let it go back to the right first, and then go. Pad 2. Let's go to the right. A little close there. Let's let it go. There we go. Okay, Nori's appearing. Let me get out of the way. Pad 3 is appearing. Okay. That's where they have the extra balls, I guess. A shelf up here. Up, please. Yes. Please get me out of here. Thank you, God. I don't remember what's next, though, but it's probably worse. By the way, it tells you in the lower right above the current fare what the level is. It's 6 o'clock. That means it was level 6. Now the next level is going to be 7 o'clock. Oh, geez, this one. Okay. So you have to touch these teleports. I don't remember the pattern to it, but they each take you to a different section of the board. I don't remember if it like depends on the direction you move into the teleporter, or just does each one just correspond to another section? The one, let's assume like each one corresponds to another section. So 1 takes you to 4, 5 takes you to 1. What takes you to 5? I guess you can just kind of keep going through them. You don't really have much choice, right? You just have to go through whatever one you have in your little room. So there's no point in overthinking it. Bad one, rage. Nice. Over at 3. There we go. Oh, please. Alright, that was less bad than I remembered it. I remember this one being a horror show, but maybe I was just dumb. I might be thinking of a different level, actually. So you have to, sometimes you have to hit a teleporter a few times, but it's not that bad at all, really. I think the ping pong one was harder. Okay, we're out of here. Woof. So that was 7 o'clock. Onward to 8 o'clock. Puzzler. I think this is the one I hate. I hate a lot of them. On this one, you have to you have to figure out which of these dots opens which door. So these white dots trigger these doors to open. And of course, they make the first one easy, but they're not all easy. I guess you have to remember which ones do what. But as you can see, when I dropped off the guy, it triggered some doors to change. Okay, so already it's getting not straightforward. Maybe I have to hit this one here. Okay, that did it. Add 4, please. Okay. I'd be very lucky to make this do it right. Okay, it did it. Wow. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. Thanks. Over to number 2. Okay. That wasn't as bad as I remembered at all. I guess I was just dumb when I was younger. I remember like sometimes like really fiddling with those white dots, like trying this one and that one and the other one, and trying to get all the doors to open just right. But I don't know, it seemed really straightforward that time. Alright, we got $285 for name Crossfire. What is this one? I think they're going to be shooting me, whatever it is. Oh, yeah. There's 2 cannons at the bottom that shoot some stuff. God. Oh, shit. Well, that person died as well. I should have just gone for it. Whoa. Don't make me spawn, like, right there. Come on. At least they don't aim at you. Just shoot. The same angle every... Oh, it's not the same angle every time, but I don't think they aim at you. Oh. How many lives do I have? Looks like I have 2 more. Right above my money in the lower left. It shows two icons of a cabbie, I guess. Alright, sex, please. What happened? I got an extra life from getting $300. I think. I got a bunch of Slack messages. I'll check them after the level. I don't know if it's you, Jason, or somebody else. Alright, we're getting out of here. They're gonna hit me. Why did I just sit there? I wasn't sure, so I was like, let me see what it does. Then I died. Alright, we gotta pick one more guy and then do up, please. And yes, apparently you're not in a safe space when you are on a platform. They can kill you. Okay, level complete. Let's check the Slack messages. All right. Yeah, Jason just said he had to leave Andy's place. Okay. See you later, Jason. Shooting stars. Bad one. What is it? Oh, yeah, that's one. I was like, I don't remember this. Oh, yeah, I remember these deadly stars falling from the sky. That's pretty bad. Whoa. What should we play after this? Any requests, Andy, if you're still there? Ooh, that's close, that's close. Oh, the explosion got me. Did you see that crap? No, it's not safe to go right now. Can the star kill the people? No, they're immune. Only taxi cabs die from the stars. Hope I'm safe. Oof. Where are we going? We're pad 3. Let's get moving. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, no need to panic. Panic is the worst thing you can do. But this is going to be some tight quarters here. Okay. Summer games or Impossible Mission. Okay, we can play one of those. Both by Epics. Maybe I'll play a little bit of summer game. A few events, perhaps. Okay. Yes. As long as the stars and get... See, they don't give you a clear path, it doesn't come. Gotta go. Alright, level 10. I'm surprised I'm able to get to level 11. I thought I was gonna die on like 5 or something. But, probably, I'll probably die on level 11, 12, or 13 or something. Magnets. How do they work? Actually, I don't remember how this level works. They just pull you up, huh? Okay. So you have to go downward. Are they pulling you up the whole time or only when you're close? It looks like the whole time. So I have to worry about that. It's like anti-gravity, essentially. I think it's stronger than the regular gravity, too. Game's nuts. I love it. Hey, actually. 3, please. You lose some maneuverability when you have the landing gear out. Ugh. The magnets are screwing me. Alright, rough landing, but we're alive. Number 4. I should just not thrust upwards. The magnets do more than enough pulling me upwards. Pad 1. Ugh. That was close. How's our fuel? Pretty good. There's no fuel station. Usually they only give you a fuel station if there's any reasonable risk of running out of fuel. Welcome whoever just joined the stream. Assuming YouTube's not playing with the numbers on me again. And then the number went back down again, so I guess he left. Whoa, and we're going down. Oh, going up. Alright, where am I reading through? Okay, this level is going to be the end of me. Maybe I can get through it if I'm careful. Gotta keep pushing down, thrusting down. Okay, rough landing, but that's okay. Oh, please, we're getting out of here. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad from here. It's still risky, but I think we can do it. Yeah! Okay. Level 12. $382 to my name. That's used for your high score at the end of the game, by the way. Black hole. Black hole, sun. Oh yeah, this pulls you to the center like you would expect. This is tough. Okay, rough landing once again, but thankful to be alive. And notice we do have a fuel station, so probably we're going to need that. Yeah. Oh, I killed him! My goodness. Oh, I was 1 pixel off to the left, I think. And that's the end of me. Game over. That is the great space taxi. Hey, Ryan, how's it going? You missed some great Commodore action. Space Taxi was intense and awesome. Alright, I'm one of the top 10 cabbies of all time. Let's check the high scores. Okay, a bunch of garbage. You abandoned your Discord. Why? Too much spam? And that was some of the wonderful Space Taxi, one of my favorites of all time for Commodore. And I had a great time. I got about halfway through the game. I'm surprised. I was like expecting to crash and burn horribly. I mean, I did, but I expected to do it sooner. But yeah, that's a great game. I love it. And yeah, again, if you want to check out Brian's Man Cave, he has a demo on his YouTube channel. He's working on an Intellivision version of that very game. And yeah, what should we play next? Andy requested some summer games. I'm a little scared of how well it's going to work out on my gamepad that I'm playing with. Well, let's give it a try anyway. I'll just play a little bit of the original. Hold on. Yeah, this one here, side A. So Ryan got harassed by too many bots because so I don't want to get too into your life story, Ryan. But Ryan started his own YouTube channel called Solitaire Confinement. That's why his username says that, in which he plays solitaire games, and he made a Discord server to chat about solitaire and his channel. Let's put on warp mode. And Ryan knows someone who was able to promote him, to promote his social media, and they like kind of just attracted like a zillion bots or scammers or something. So he just nuked his Discord channel. Anyway, this is looking weird. What is this? This doesn't look right. It must be a different version or a hack or something. What is this? What's a 1404? What is going on? This is not right. Start skeet shoot. Trainer. Oh, this is a special menu that a cracker group must have made. Like trainers usually mean like cheat codes essentially. Does it only have skeet shooting in it? I just clicked the top thing, which was nothing. I don't know what that was. It's like blank. So I have some weird crack of the game. I'll be American because, you know, I am. After playing this game a lot, eventually I would just use France because the anthem is quickest. Play Blue Meanies from Outer Space. I don't have that one. The next event is blank. I don't know what's going on here. It's gonna be totally broken. Let's do warp mode. In warp mode, your Commodore emulator goes as fast as possible, essentially, to load faster or process whatever's going on faster. You can see down here the disk light is going crazy. It's actually accessing the virtual disk like mad. I don't know what I'm in for here with this weird crack I'm apparently playing. It could be this is totally broken. Maybe only skeet shooting works. I don't know. I think I'm inclined to skip this one. Yeah, this basically is Monday MAME. I'm moving it to Wednesday, and I need a new name, so let me know if you come up with a name. Because I can't really do Mondays. But I figure maybe on a rare occasion, when I am available on Monday, maybe roughly once a month on average, for the sake of argument, I might be able to do a Monday MAME, and I'll make it a true MAME focus. Like, remember when I used to play arcade games from 1987 or such, something like that. Maybe I'll do that just once in a blue moon, but I'll try to do regular weekly old school games on Wednesday. Anyway, this doesn't seem to be working, so I'm just going to kill it. Sorry, Andy. I'm going to pick something else at random. This is a fun game, Trolled in Tribulation. Didn't I look at something else a moment ago? The Miller Monsters. I kind of want to do that. How about Fast Eddie? Do you remember Fast Eddie? Anybody remember Fast Eddie? I feel like it was relatively popular for home computers at the time. But you don't hear anybody talking about Fast Eddie. Ryan remembers Fast Eddie. Cool. By, I think, Sirius Software. Not like Sirius as in Iron Burger Sirius, but like the star. Is it a constellation or a star? I don't know. I think it's a star. Okay, put on warp speed, not ludicrous speed. Ah! Damn it. I didn't hit reset. You know, Commodore is fiddly, and then you have an emulator on top of it, and it's extra fiddly. So sometimes things go wrong. Loading, 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 loading. You missed the German version of Maniac Mansion, Ryan. I had accidentally downloaded the German version, so I just kind of looked at the intro for a moment, which is pretty cool. Okay, did I not? All right, I'm gonna try one more time. Fast A hard reset. Attach the image. Oh, I always mix this up. See, it says T64. That means that instead of typing load quote star and all that, which is how you load a disk, I have to type just load instead. Load is for tapes. So I'm playing a virtual tape, cassette tape. So that always gets me. Yeah, I associate Maniac Mansion with everything but Commodore. But yeah, it was on Commodore too. It's actually impressively done, in my opinion. Like, you know, just animation and graphics wise. And here's Fast Eddie, which is actually which is, you know, obviously much more basic than Maniac Mansion. But I remember having a lot of fun with this one. And it was pretty popular, like I mentioned, but you don't hear anything about it anymore. Like, you know, people talk about old school games, and I don't think they ever mentioned Fast Eddie. I feel like, I don't want to go on a huge rant, but I feel like as soon as Nintendo Entertainment System hit, so many older games, except for the mega hit arcade games and some Atari 2600 games, sort of just kind of vanished from the popular, what's the word, popular conscious. Anyway, let's play some Fast Eddie. Am I in? No, what do I press? You always have to guess what you have to press to start a Commodore game. It could be an F key, could be the run stop button. I'm trying that. Could be the fire button. Could be one of these F key. Let's try them all. I think I tried them all. And then another thing, you can try swap joysticks. A lot of Commodore games use the second joystick port for some reason, but some use the first. So you have to kind of randomly try different ones. Here we go. It's working now. All right. So these guys, I think they're called sneakers, if I remember correctly. They're trying to get me. Trying to get all these hearts. Each time I get one of these hearts, the top guy shrinks. And when he's short enough, I can jump over him and beat the level. It's very strange, but it's cool. And you know, this is a very simple game, obviously, but I like it. Oh, that's right. He had a key over his head, so you get him short enough. Now you can access the key that's over his head. Ta-da! Now Squish 'em, I'm going to try Squish 'em as well. Squish 'em, I believe, is made by Sirius as well, and I think it features similar creatures. But in Squish 'em, you're climbing up a building, and you can squish enemies by stomping on them. I didn't mean to go up. Ah, I'm dead. Yeah, I haven't played this game in ages. You know, I can't say I've even played it on an emulator recently, or in like decades. Fast Eddie is also the name of the guitarist from Motorhead. Somehow Motorhead's coming up a lot. When you talk about the Ace of Spades, Ryan. But Fast Eddie's still alive, I believe. However, Motorhead is no more without Lemmy. Now we get tanks. There's tanks above us. Each level you have to get some of these weird floating things. The object changes each time. Alright, thanks for the link. Ryan just posted the link to his Discord if you want to talk about solitaire card games. You can join that. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of solitaire card games, and Ryan will show. Well, he also shows decks of cards because he likes to collect like all different kinds of, you know, styles of decks of cards. But also he shows solitaire games, how to play them. It's pretty cool. So the levels don't really change, it looks like, which is a little unfortunate. This is one of the things that where I'm having. Oh, I don't think this is bad, but it's one of the rare situations where I think my nostalgia was greater than what I really expect. And I always hear a lot of people play a retro game and they're totally appalled. They're like, oh, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. For me, I don't find this nostalgia inflates my value of a game, and I think at least 90% of games I revisit, if I liked them back then, I still like them. This game, I still like it, but I'm a little not thrilled, right? I thought there was like more variation in the levels or something, but I don't think it's changing at all. Maybe they're getting a little faster on me. So that's a little disappointing, but you always got to put it in the context. This game is like, what was the year on the title screen that it said? I guess I don't. It might predate Donkey Kong. Probably not. But if it does, that's pretty impressive. So Donkey Kong was what year? 83, and I don't know what this was. I'll have to check. Actually, if anyone would mind googling, wouldn't mind googling. Fast Eddie from Sirius Software. What year was that? Oh, look, now there's two of them up there, so it is getting harder. I guess it might be one of those games where the difficulty just very gradually picks up. Ooh, I screwed up. That's Eddie 82. Okay. So given that context, 82 that's an early year. I give it credit. It might have come out at about the same time as Donkey Kong or predated it a little bit. I don't think Donkey Kong was 81, was it? I think it was either 82 or 83. Yeah, not as good as Donkey Kong. I think on some level you find these really wide enemies. Oh, it's like the whole enemy's body stretches out wide. Kind of like I think kind of like the double one here, but I think it's just one big fat enemy. I think they're called sneakers. I think I said that already. Now we get happy faces. Oh, shoot. Donkey Kong was 81. Okay. So yeah, Donkey Kong definitely beats this to the punch. I don't think this was in the arcade, though. Not that that has anything to do with my point, but... Okay, so you're climbing ladder, jumping over things, trying to get to the top. Donkey Kong did beat this to the punch in that regard, for sure. Charge! I want to see the fat one. Is the fat one on this level? No fat ones yet. I might load up Ultima 4 just to enjoy the title screen for a moment, and possibly the intro when you start the game. I'm certainly not going to play Ultima 4, at least not now. But I used to say that was my favorite game of all time for the longest time. Amazing RPG, and again, we always talk about, you know, I was talking with Andy about this earlier, how, you know, old school RPGs, they pretty much universally have grinding, so there's some of that in Ultima 4, but it is a great game nonetheless. Probably the most unique thing is the virtue system. There's 8 virtues, such as honesty, compassion, justice, valor, sacrifice, humility, and your goal is to become the avatar, meaning you have the highest ranking in each of those 8 virtues. You're trying to be a really good guy. And the reason why the game had that, look at the fat one. The reason why the game is designed like that is Richard Garriott, aka Lord British, found that people were playing his games and being rewarded by being jerks and like killing townsfolk, taking their money and stuff. So he said, why don't I make it? And also there was this whole like 80s anti-D&D stuff going on. So his idea was, what if I made it so you had to be a good guy? So you have to score highly in all these virtues. You have to rank up and become the avatar. And the way you do that is like each virtue works differently. Like valor, for example, that's less about being a good guy per se, but you just can't flee from battles. So you cannot chicken out for the valor virtue. But then there's like honesty. You can't lie to people you talk to, things like that. There's oh shoot, I'm screwing up here. Sacrifice, you have to like donate money and things like that. And there's like various tests throughout the game. Like one of the things for honesty, one of the tests for honesty is you can find a blind shopkeeper. And when you pay the blind shopkeeper, you can choose how much money you pay because they're blind. They don't enforce that. They don't count the money, which is kind of silly because they would probably be able to feel the coins or have some system for that. But in other words, you know, they'll say this costs $50. How much do you pay? Well, I'm going to pay 30. And then if you do that, you lose honesty points. But the game tempts you with things like that. It's pretty cool. It's really awesome. Anyway, that was Fast Eddie while I was ranting about Ultima 4. Uh, I've been kind of itching to try mail order monsters, although that's a little bit involved. Let's see if that'll work. It might not work. This is a game that some people say it's kind of like Pokemon before Pokemon. I wouldn't really quite call it like that, but you build a monster and you can upgrade their bodies, give them like, all weird mutations like tentacles and fangs and things. And you can also buy them a bunch of equipment like guns and things. And then you fight another monster. I don't remember the screen looking. Oh, that's because it was cracked in 1933 by Indiana Jones, of course. I had a Ryan asks, you had a Commodore 64, right? Yeah, I did. Actually, technically, I had a Commodore 128, but basically that had 128K of RAM instead of 64, and there was some software that worked in the 128 mode. You had to boot up the machine in one mode or the other. But 99% of the games, as well as other software, they were for the 64 mode. So basically, for all intents and purposes, I had a Commodore 64, but it was technically a 128. All right, so this is going slow. I'm gonna hit the warp mode. Here we go. Mail order monsters, yes. This is by some of the same folks behind Archon. I used to really love this theme as well as the game. I'm gonna just watch the theme. I don't know if I'm gonna play this for very long, if at all. I could probably play one match or something. But you upgrade over time, right? You're very basic at the beginning because you have certain like points you spend to upgrade your guy. You have some kind of points. I forget what they call it for like the mutations and all that. And then you also have money for buying equipment. And as you win battles, your character is saved. You get more money. You can buy more stuff. If you lose once, the game wipes your character from the disc because you died. Actually, you can surrender and avoid that fate, but you still lose that battle. And you can also cheat. You can just turn off your machine. I used to do that sometimes before it could wipe out your save. But I love the idea of that. And you could play with your friends too. You could have both spent hours building up your character single player, and then you face off. And then one of you has to die or surrender. And if you die, then you're going to be very upset because the game is wiping you from disk. Alright, let's play. I guess I'll stick with beginner because I haven't played this literally since early 90s latest. I haven't played it in emulator form even lately. But you can choose beginner, intermediate, or tournament. Let's stick with beginner. I guess I don't remember the difference. I think there's actually more features added as you play the higher difficulties, rather than just like the AI being hard. One player, let's hit F7 to start. Please wait. There's a lot of disk access, I remember in this one. Actually, there's one issue that I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it, and that is you have to like insert a blank disk for your save. So I don't know if I can do that with the emulator. I probably can, but I might not know how to. Anyway, I think. Okay, I chose somebody by accident. I didn't mean to. It's not gonna let me back out. All right, I want to really show off all the monsters. I guess I won't reset. That'll take too long. But I think because I'm on beginner, I can't customize. I just choose a pre-made guy basically. So I chose the pterodactyl form basically. And as you can see, I have my stats here. I'm pretty much terrible in muscle. I have pretty good speed. What are these used for, by the way? Armor is for resistance to damage, as you might expect. Muscle is for inflicting damage, as you might expect. Speed also pretty much all obvious, except mind. Mind is for reloading your weapon fast. Or whatever attack. Everybody has the innate ability to use a like claws and fangs melee attack called Beast Fu. I guess like Kung Fu. But also you can buy weapons and guns and things. I have a Needler, which is a very weak gun. I have an E-Pack. I don't remember what that means. And I have a bunch of supplies and things. All right, let's play. All right, so in transit to the Arctic battle world, coming up the competition of the minute. That's very exciting. Featuring Mark W versus Ms. Dungeon. Yeah, Ms. Dungeon, if I remember correctly, is the computer player's name for its crab monster. So that's one of the forms you can choose, a crab. And we're battling to destroy. That means, yeah, different modes you can play, like capture the flag or this or that, the other thing. We're just playing head-to-head, kill each other kind of a thing. So I am going to hit warp mode. I don't remember if it jumps right into the game though, so I'm a little bit nervous about that. Okay, let's cancel. All right, so you have to hit your button to confirm at least. Yeah, where am I? So this is the overhead view. I'm the yellow. He's the red. Gotta think about it. What are these things you can touch? I don't remember. Urban Defender. Okay. Okay, I don't want to mess with this thing. I think an alternate way you can win is by going to all these cities and killing a bunch of these urban defenders. But I need to remember how to change weapon. Okay, I held the button to go into this menu and I can switch to my Needler. So that's probably what I'm going to want to do when I fight the enemy. I'm going to leave, though, this fight. Just run away. And let's fight the Ms. Dungeon Crab. Okay, here we go. She has Beast Fu on, so she has to karate chop. Oh, she turned on her flamethrower. Okay. That's a limited range. And you can see as soon as my Needler... Oh, she missed. As soon as my Needler reloaded, you can see that you can tell it's reloaded because it's in green. Around here. When it's in red, it's not ready. As soon as it reloaded, she ran away for a moment because she was scared. She's trying to Beast Fu me. Usually there's a lot of, like, obstacles and things. I don't know why we're... Oh, here we are. I guess because we're out in the open, we didn't attack each other in, like, a mountain or something like that. So it's relatively calm. Not too many obstacles. Anyway, I'm just going to try shooting her some more. Oh, did she get me with the flamer? She did, I think. And you can tell the battle style is kind of like Archon. And, hey, it's made by the people who made Archon, so that kind of explains that. Oops. Oh, I'm getting hit way too much. I gotta keep my distance. Nah. I disengaged. I guess there isn't too much point in disengaging unless you're gonna go for these urban defenders, really. But it would be cool if there were like maybe a healing place you could run off to. You could also, there's some weapons you can use on the overview map here. Like there's a bomb you can shoot across the map. I used to like getting that one. It was very expensive, but I would try to get the bomb and shoot it on this screen to weaken the enemy before I got into the close combat. Ah, I can't aim straight. Did Halo have a Needler? I don't know. I only played Halo like once. So as you can see, my Needler does such little damage. It's kind of painful. I do 3 each time. She seems to hit me for like 10 or 20 each time. When she actually gets to hit me. But I'm faster than her. And you could argue this is a problem with this game. If you're faster, like depending on the weapons and speed and stuff, you can kind of just get into a pattern where you're just fleeing and then shooting like this. So I did love this game a lot, though, anyway. But now that I'm older, I definitely see some flaws in it. So it will take a while to finish her off. You do a little math, and it's like 20 more shots to do 60 damage, and then 5 more, I guess. I was like, do I want to do that? I could try using the Beast Fu, but I'm going to get killed. Beast Fu would be the karate chopping. Should I try it? I don't know. I guess do I just want to wrap up the game or not? Well, she got her Beast Fu on. Alright, let's do it. Beast Fu versus Beast Fu. I just need a moment to switch. Oh, she put on her flamer, though. Okay. So much for that idea. Alright. Try to flame me. Come on. Alright, she missed. Now I'm going to Beast Fu her. Alright, I Beast Fu'd her, but I think I did like 2 damage. And that's because my strength is so low, I guess. So Beast Fu, yeah, the damage for Beast Fu depends on your strength, and also the more things you have like fangs and claws, the more damage does, which I actually have those things. Just that my core strength is so low, I guess I barely do any damage. Alright, I'm gonna go try to kill urban defenders because this is getting a little lame. I think the urban defender's probably gonna kill me, but let's go for it. Oh, Ms. Dungeon attacked. Okay, so now I can control the urban defender because she went after one. But she flamed me once and I'm down to 1 life already. Let's try to get away. I'm too slow. But I think my gun does a lot more damage than the Needler probably. Look, I hit her once. She's down to 45. Yeah, now she's down to 25. It does 20 each time. So she attacked the Urban Defender. And now I can probably finish her off. She seems to be too dumb to want to run away. Oh, now she's running away. But I will finish her. She's running into the ruins of the city or whatever. Oops. You're going down, Ms. Dungeon. Oh! Alright. Well, now I can just finish her with the Needler pretty easily, though. Ah. So she has 5 life. What did I say? It did 3 damage each time, so only 2 more hits. Oh. One more. She's not running away. She's not surrendering. Take that, Ms. Dungeon. This is raw. Yeah, I want to show you all the different monsters you can choose from. Yeah, I love the music in this game. I used to love this game so much, and my siblings loved it. I once tried to make a sequel to it, not like what you're thinking, like really programming a game from scratch, but I had this construction set game called Adventure Construction Set. It wasn't even for action games. It was like more for like RPGs, but I made what I called mail order monsters too. It was like an adventure game where you could pick from different monsters and stuff. Wish to repeat this battle. You have selected... No. Checking game. Yeah, so I'll just show you the different monsters and then call it quits for this game. Reloading. I need warp mode. Man, if I had warp mode when I was a kid, oh my god. Waiting for those 5.25-inch floppy disks to load. So painful. Yeah, so if I hit intermediate or beginner, or tournament, you can see the whole creation process where you buy all these different things, but I think it's going to make me put in a blank disk and set it up and all that. So let's just go to beginner mode again and go through the different kinds of characters. There you go. So you saw the Pterosaur. We have a Wasp. Oh, do I have the warp mode? Yeah, that's why it's reacting weirdly. So you have a Wasp. The Wasp is a swift flyer with a powerful sting, as you might expect. Let's read the text for the Pterosaur. The Pterosaur is a flyer that attacks from above with tooth and claw. Amoeboid. The amoeboid is strong and healthy, but poorly armored. Carnifern is an animated plant with a continuous supply of energy. That's right. So, yeah, you have to buy energy packs for some weapons. They require energy, like an energy laser gun or whatever. And one of the things about the Carnifern is that they constantly gather energy from photosynthesis. But some of the other monsters, you can upgrade them, you can mutate them to have photosynthesis. Not everyone can get it though. But the Carniferns start with photosynthesis. The Hominid is quite weak, but it is very smart. Bronto. The Bronto is a giant water-dwelling lizard, which is none too bright. The Arachnid is weak, but can web and sting its opponents. And again, a lot of these things you can get on other monsters. Like you can be I think a Squid and get a web upgrade. But not all monsters can get all of them. I used to like lion bears. They were one of my favorites. But let's keep going. The Squid is a speedy, tentacled creature that likes to lurk in the water. Yeah, because gills is an upgrade, and the Squid starts with gills, but again, other creatures can get it too. The crab is armor plated and comes complete with claws and gills. The worm is a bit slow and dumb, but is a bargain at the price. That's right. When you're playing the more advanced modes, each base type of monster has a cost to them. So I think, for example, the Tyro, who is very strong, costs like maybe 150, and the worm costs like 60 or something. The lion bear, which was a favorite of mine again. The lion bear is speedy and well equipped with claws and fangs. And the Tyro is a strong and well armored beast with a fearsome bite. And I'll just leave it at that for mail order monsters. Maybe I'll have a 2-player stream of mail order monsters with Rob Bob sometime. Well, it's hard reset. This would normally be about the time I would end a Monday MAME stream, but hey, I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer. I'm having a lot of fun here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Was there any requests, by the way? Otherwise, I'm just going to pick something. I do want to show the intro to Ultima 4 just because it's so cool, even though I'm not going to like fully play the game. Troubles and Tribulations is fun. Try Ultima? Okay, let's just do the intro to Ultima. Intro to Ultima. Even the title screen is beautiful with Ultima. And what you won't see in this way of playing the game, you know, just loading up an image from the emulator, is all the physical content that the game came with. It came with this beautiful cloth map of the whole world that you can explore. It came with these really cool looking books, like the main rule book and a spell book with all this kind of RPG art in it. It was like chock full of that stuff. It even came with a little metal ankh, the ankh being the symbol of the avatar in this game. When you complete each of the 8 virtues I talked about, you fill in a little bit of the ankh in the game. But you had this metal ankh too. That doesn't really have no practical purpose, but it was cool anyway. Anyway, warp mode enabled. Done. Oops. This might be correct. Yeah, this is a cracked screen. Cracked in 2006? It took them that long? Oops, what did I do? I hit the restore button. Okay. Alright, let's try again. So yeah, you know, you never know what you're supposed to press to continue or start a Commodore game. So I usually hit the trigger button, I hit the run/stop button, I try restore, sometimes that does it. This time restore just kind of quit out or something. Look at the crapshoot. I guess I probably have to hit an F key or something. That's right, Andy. NES, I had the first one. I actually won that in the game show. I was on a copy of that. I probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise. Yeah, but yeah, NES had Ultima 3 and 4, but it called them just Ultima Exodus and Ultima Quest of the Avatar. It didn't name the numbers. And they totally skipped 1 and 2 for some reason. Probably because those games were so basic or something. I don't know. Alright, so I screwed up when I did that. This is the thing with Commodore. You know, you load a game, you somehow exit out accidentally, then you try to load it again and it screws up. It's just the way it is. So let's try again from the beginning. I gave it a hard reset. Yeah, I was actually kind of impressed with the NES Ultima 3, I remember. I was actually thinking of playing through Ultima 4 on stream, but I was thinking of trying the Sega Master version, which changes some things for the better, in my opinion. From what I've seen, I haven't played it. Like, one thing I don't like about old school RPGs is many of them have these first-person dungeons where you have to, like, tediously map it out on graph paper. On the Sega, and that's what's in this game. But, the Sega Master version just has an overhead view, so it's a lot easier to deal with, probably. But yeah, what am I pressing here? Space? No. Fire button? No. Switch the joysticks and fire button, maybe? Yeah, there we go. What is that code? Code MV MSXNE7. Okay, if you say so. So, yeah, wow, it has all this trainer stuff. Avoid combat, control balloon. Oh. So I think that you can get a hot air balloon in this game, and I think the wind can blow you around. So I guess control balloon lets you avoid that. But anyway, let's just start the game. Origin Systems proudly presents. I always thought this intro was super cool. Origin Systems used to put out so many cool games. Electronic Arts bought them, and I think kind of just let them die. So sad. Like the, the chained creatures at the top and bottom. That's really cool. It's like a gargoyle or something and a dragon. And they're struggling with their chains. It's kind of fun. Yeah, the music's great. The entire game has great music. I'll sometimes be randomly filling with my guitar. And I am not a good player, but I like to fiddle around with guitar a little bit. And I'll just have an Ultima 4 theme in my head. I start trying to figure out the melody. That's one of the things that pops into my head a lot randomly. Even though I last played the game, I don't even think I can say the 90s. Late 80s, probably. So you can see the party here just got into a boat and they shot a demon. That's one thing you can do in this game is when you, like when you meet a monster, normally it zooms in into a battle screen, but you can shoot, kind of like what I was saying in Miller Monsters, you can shoot things from the overhead view, overworld view if you have a cannon on the ship. Here they're going into a dungeon. I think this is the shop theme. That's a moon gate. So this game has an interesting feature where there's moon gates, and the moon gates open. There's always like a phase of the moon. I think there's 2 of them even, but moon gates open in certain locations only when the moon is in the right phase. So you have to figure it out kind of through tips or just careful plotting out and stuff. Like you have to know, like, you know, near this town, like maybe a little bit east of the town, there's a moon gate that opens when the moon is, you know, a waning crescent or something like that. It's really cool. And then you can enter the moon gate and it takes you somewhere cool. And he says, regarding Lady Jones, I knew that theme sounded familiar. Didn't realize it was originally that was sampled by song popularly played in stadiums when there's break-in action. Yeah, yeah. If you saw my floppy disk video that I posted like a month ago or so, I talked about that. Alright, let's play. I don't know how to move the cursor down though. Oh, I probably hit the first character. Initiate new game. By what name shalt thou be known in this world and time? Mark W. Art thou male or female? So it has a cool way of determining your character class. You basically meet a fortune teller, and she gives you. Remember, I talked about the 8 virtues. Well, there's 8 different character classes, and each one corresponds to one of those virtues. For example, a warrior is I think valor, and a paladin is honor, and a mage is honesty. And some of them are like, well, why would a mage be honesty? But whatever. And you play this little, almost like a tarot reading sort of, with a fortune teller, and she gives you these scenarios, like, you know, well, let's just get into it. You'll see. But basically, the more of a certain virtue that you choose from the scenarios that you're presented with, it's like a multiple choice, this one or that one, that determines your character class. Anyway, the day is warm, yet there is a cooling breeze. The latest in a series of personal crises seems insurmountable. You are being pulled apart in all directions. Yet this afternoon walk in the countryside slowly brings relaxation to your harried mind. The soil and stain of modern high-tech living begins to wash off in layers. Yeah, so you're in the 80s or whatever, and you get transported to the fantasy world, essentially. That willow tree near the stream looks comfortable and inviting. The buzz of dragonflies and the whisper of the willow's swaying branches bring a deep peace. Searching inward for tranquility and happiness, you close your eyes. Then a moon gate appears. A high-pitched cascading sound like crystal wind chimes impinges on your floating awareness. As you open your eyes, you see a shimmering blueness rise from the ground. The sound seems to be emanating from this glowing portal. It is difficult to look at the blueness. Light seems to bend and distort around it, while the sound waves become so intense they appear to become visible. The portal hangs there for a moment, Then, with the rush of an imploding vacuum, it sinks into the ground. Something remains suspended in midair for a moment before falling to earth with a heavy thud. So much shaken by this vision, you rise to your feet to investigate. A crude circle of stone surrounds the spot where the portal appeared. There is something glinting in the grass. You pick up an amulet shaped like a cross with a loop at the top. It is an ankh, the sacred symbol of life and rebirth. But this could not have made the thud, so you look again and find a large book wrapped in thick cloth. With trembling hands, you unwrap the book. Behold, the cloth is a map. So this is like supposed to say, look at the components that the physical game actually has packaged with it. Like the story tells you, look at the book and stuff like that. Um, and within lies not one book, but two. The map is of a land strange to you, and the style speaks of ancient cartography. The script on the cover of the first book is arcane but readable. The title is The History of Britannia, as told by Kyle the Younger. The other book is disturbing to look at. Its small cover appears to be fashioned out of some form of leathery hide. Yeah, so this is the first one they talked about is the main rule book, and the second book that they say here is disturbing to look at is the spell book. So it just tells you all the spells. I think it might have other stuff too, like info about the monsters. But one cool thing about spells in this game is, first of all, it's one per letter. So when you hit the C button to cast a spell, then you press like M for magic missile, or P for peer, or H for heal, or whatever. And the spell book has a picture of each spell. I think a picture. And the ingredients you need what they call reagents, or they're like ingredients to make a spell. You have to go out and find or buy these things, and you have to mix together the ingredients to be able to cast a spell later. And some are easy to find and some are not, of the ingredients. But one thing that we discovered, me and my brother, I think, was it was like a kind of like an Easter egg, not an Easter egg, but like not a cheat, it's just a secret. Like the book would say you need two of, let's say it was spider silk for this one spell, and one of mandrake root, and blah blah blah. And there was like a thing where just with that one spell you could provide one less spider silk. Instead of the two spider silk, you could give it one and it would work. So it was kind of cool. You could explore your own spells basically to some degree. Anyway, let's keep going. Some form of the book is from some form of leathery hide, but from what creature is uncertain. The reddish black skin radiates an intense aura suggestive of ancient power. The tongue of the title is beyond your ken. You dare not open the book and disturb whatever sleeps within. You decide to peruse the history, settling back under the willow tree. You open the book. You read the book of history. So it's like, just read the book now, please. No, really, read the book of history. Closing the book, you again pick up the ankh. As you hold it, you begin to hear a hauntingly familiar lute-like sound wafting over a nearby hill. Still clutching the strange artifacts, you rise unbidden and climb the slope. In the valley below, you see what appears to be a fair. It seems strange that you came that way earlier and noticed nothing. As you mull this over, your feet carry you down toward the site. This is no ordinary traveling carnival, but a Renaissance fair. The pennants on the tent tops blow briskly in the late afternoon breeze. And by the way, Ryan says, yeah, Lazy Jones was famously sampled. Also cool that it was one of the first mini games game. Yeah. The ticket taker at the Ren Fair's gate starts to ask you for money, but upon spotting your ankh, he says, welcome, friend. Enter in peace and find your path. The music continues to pull you forward amongst the merchants and vendors. Glimpses of fabulous treasures can be seen in some of the shadowy booths. These people are very happy. They seem to glow with an inner light. Some look up as you pass and smile, but you cannot stop. The music compels you to move onward through the crowd. Through the gathering dusk, You see a secluded gypsy wagon sitting off in the woods. The music seems to emanate from the wagon. As you draw nearer, a woman's voice weaves into the music, saying, "You may approach, O seeker." You enter to find an old gypsy sitting in a small curtained room. She wears an ankh around her neck. In front of her is a round table covered in deep green velvet. The room smells so heavily of incense that you feel dizzy. Ryan says you should call it Commodore Carsamba. Well, I mean, I'm planning on doing it just general old school games on Wednesdays, but I like it. I like how you're thinking. Seeing the ankh, the ancient gypsy smiled and warned you never to part with it. We have been waiting such a long time, but at last you have come. Sit here and I shall read the path of your future. Okay, I'm going to need you guys to chime in. Andy, Ryan, whoever else might be watching. I'm going to make my own choices too, but I like to include everybody and we can vote for options. Oh, Karsamba is Turkish for Wednesday, says Ryan. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Upon the table, she places a curious wooden object with an abacus, like an abacus, but without beads. In her hands, she holds 8 unusual cards. Let us begin the casting. It looks like a ladder almost. I want to climb it like in Donkey Kong or in Fast Eddie. So here we go. We have our moral dilemmas now. The gypsy places the first 2 cards upon the table. They are the cards of honor and humility. She says, "Consider this. Thou art at a crossroads in thy life. Dost thou, A, choose the honorable life of a paladin, striving for truth and courage, or B, choose the humble life of a shepherd and a world of simplicity and peace?" So this is more straightforward than I remember, but not all the choices are like this. In other words, it's telling you the class that's associated with each virtue that you have a choice between. So we can choose between honor and being a paladin, or humility and shepherd. Hello, Bizakatron. How's it going? You will choose honor, says Bizakatron. Okay. And Ryan says humility. Oh, we got a conflict. Any more votes, guys? I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to go with honor. But Andy says humility. Oh, it's a tie 2-2. Uh-oh. We got a tiebreaker here. Is anybody else here to vote? All right, I'm going to pick mine as the tiebreaker. My choice. So that's honor. I'm picking A. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of honesty and sacrifice. She says, "Consider this." Then she starts playing "Losing My Religion" by REM. Consider this. Bad joke. "Thee and thy friend are valiant but penniless warriors. Thou both go out to slay a mighty dragon. Thy friend thinks he slew it. Thee did." I guess, thy friend thinks he slew it, but you did. "When asked, dost thou truthfully claim the gold?" That's A. Or B, allow thy friend the large reward. So honesty versus sacrifice. Do I truthfully claim the gold or allow my friend the large reward? What do you guys think? Hello, Carlos. And he says, "Whoa, my all-time favorite game." Cool. So Carlos, we're just going for just the intro. I'm just kind of playing a smattering of Commodore games, and I just wanted to show the intro to Ultimate 4, which is one of my favorite games too. But we're not going to really get into it because that would take hours and hours. But the intro is fun in and of itself. And let's see what we say here. Zakatron says you will choose honesty, and Ryan says reward, which is the honesty as well. Oh no, reward would be let your friend claim the large reward, I guess. Let's see. I'm going to I'm going to sacrifice for the sake of my friend claiming the large reward. Thanks for joining, guys, by the way. The gypsy places 2 more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of justice and spirituality. She says, "Consider this. Thou dost believe that virtue resides in all people. Thou dost see a rogue steal from thy lord. Dost thou A, call him to justice, or B, personally try to sway him back to the spiritual path of good? Hmm. What do you guys think? Am I basically gonna turn in the rogue or try to make him into a good guy? A or B, justice or spirituality? I don't know. Can all criminals be reformed? I don't know about this. I'll give you guys a moment and then I'll weigh in myself as well. By the way, I'm big on this. Anytime I play like a choose your own adventure style game or whatever, I like letting the viewers chime in. Andy says justice. All right. So we're gonna bring the criminal to justice unless anybody else wants to weigh in. I think I'm leaning towards justice too, so I would need at least two to sway my mind. I don't remember which character class associates with justice. I think it might be a druid. I guess because druids are more like about neutrality and fairness. So let's go with justice. Oh, Carlos says spirituality. Sorry, Carlos. Next question. The gypsy places two more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of compassion and valor. She says, consider this. Thou dost manage to disarm thy mortal enemy in a duel. He is at thy mercy. Dost thou A, show compassion by permitting him to yield, or B, slay him as expected of a valiant duelist? Carlos says compassion. All right. Oh, Bazakatron says slay him. Uh-oh, we got a conflict here. What about Ryan and Andy? What do you guys think? Andy says slay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to kill him, I think. Ryan, what do you think? I'm going to defer to you guys. I'm not going to chime in myself this time. So it's 2-1. Valor over compassion right now. I'll give Ryan like 10 seconds or so. It's always hard to tell when you try to get the viewers to check because people might be, doing other things or whatever. Mortal enemy sounds kind of serious. That is true. That is true, Bazakatron. Bazakatron says slay him. Andy says slay him. Carlos says compassion. All right, I'm going to slay him. Mortal enemy is now dead, so he's no longer my mortal enemy. Now, the gypsy places two more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of sacrifice and honor. She says, consider this. Thou art a bounty hunter, sworn to return an alleged murderer. After his capture, thou believest him to be innocent. Dost thou A, sacrifice thy sizable bounty for thy belief, or B, honor thy oath to return him as thou hast promised? And Andy says, thou art Boba Fett. The bounty hunter, yeah. And Ryan says, honor. So Ryan says, honor thy oath to return him. And Carlos says, sacrifice. Sacrifice thy sizable bounty for thy belief. All right. I am leaning towards sacrifice this time. I think that might be my... No, I guess there's a few more questions probably. But this would be the second time we chose sacrifice, I believe. Unless anybody else wants to chime in and change my mind. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going with a sacrifice. The gypsy places two more of the cards upon the table. They are the cards of valor and justice. She says, consider this. Thou hast been sent to you have been sent to secure a needed treaty with a distant lord. Thy host is agreeable to the proposal, but insults thy country at dinner. He says, you people from Barfington are a bunch of buttheads. Dost thou, A, valiantly bear the slurs, or B, justly rise and demand an apology? And Ryan says Boba Fett, the most popular, barely had screen time character ever. Yeah. All right, so do we just deal with the slurs because we're tough and don't need it to let it get to us, or do we try to act justly and say, I demand an apology? Andy says, I demand satisfaction, and Ryan says justice as well. I guess that's 2-0 in the justice direction. Oh, And Bazakatron said, thou must bear the slurs, stoic mode. Carlos says, slay him. I don't think that's an option, Carlos. We could, make a third option. Just kill the Lord. That might cause some trouble, though. All right, I'm gonna hit justice then. The gypsy places the last two cards. It's between justice and sacrifice. Gypsy places the last two cards upon the table. They are the cards of justice and sacrifice. She says, consider this. During a pitched battle, thou dost see a fellow desert his post, endangering many. As he flees, he is set upon by several enemies. Dost thou, A, justly let him fight alone, or B, risk sacrificing thine own life to aid him? Ryan said regarding the last choice, push him into lockers and dump his books. I don't think we're in high school here. This is serious business. Ultima 4. All right, so justice or sacrifice. So, do we want to help him out anyway? Even though he fled his post, are we going to let the enemies do what they're going to do and probably kill him because he fled? Ryan gives a vote for justice. I'm torn. I don't know. I feel like realistically, I would probably get killed too if there's more enemies than the two of us together, but that's not really a consideration here. And Bazakatron says the Avatar would save the guy. Okay. That's a good point. All right, anyone else want to chime in, or I'll just kind of 50-50 guess one? Flip a coin. I'll two-face it. I'll flip a coin to see what I'm going to do. Let's deal with a major moral dilemma by deferring to a coin. All right. I'll give you guys 5 more seconds to chime in. 5, 4. Carlos says sacrifice. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I think sacrifice it is. The Avatar is being a good guy. Now that determines our class. I believe, while I do love this whole system and the concept, sometimes it's kind of a little bit of a stretch to associate each character class with an avatar. But I believe, if I remember correctly, sacrifice is a tinker. So tinker, sacrifice, I don't know. With the final choice, the incense wells up around you. The gypsy speaks as if from a great distance, her voice growing fainter with each word. So be it. Thy path is chosen. There is a moment of intense, wrenching vertigo. As you close your eyes, a voice whispers within your mind. Apparently the gypsy has gas. Seek the counsel of thy sovereign. After a moment, the spinning subsides and you open your eyes to... drumroll. Insert play disc. Alright, this might not work. I am a Vice user. I don't know what it's telling me about the 1581 version. Does that mean of the disc or of... well, it might. I kind of have to stop here anyway. But the choice should be a tinker. Pretty sure. It's been a while, but I think that's what it is. But anyway, let's see if I can put in the play disc. Instead, the IFL scanners sometimes... I don't know what that means at all, unfortunately. But I'll try. I do have a second disc. I'll try it. Okay, I'm going to show you what it shows in my emulator here. It is accessing the disk. So it's doing something. I don't know why it keeps changing the text right here. That's weird. U4 gold? What is U4 gold, Bazakatron? Is that like a port or something? By the way, you guys missed Potty Pigeon earlier. Hey, I think it's working. Here we go. And I love this music. This is one of those melodies that I say I just find myself playing a guitar. And again, I'm not a good guitarist, but I try to play. Bazakatron says that U4 Gold is a hack by an awesome guy. Or That's cool. I gotta check that out sometime. I know it's great music. I'm just gonna enjoy it for a moment. Okay, as you can see, even though it's basically a turn-based RPG, like most RPGs, if you take too long, it makes you pass a turn, and you can, turns matter because you eat food as turns go by. You can see my food is down to 299. It probably started at 300, and the wind will change in real time as well, I believe. So what class am I? I don't remember the commands to see really. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm a tinker, but I'd have to look it up. I mean, literally, I haven't played this since the late 80s or so. But let me look at, thanks to the magic of Google, I can look this up fast. Like, how do I see my own info? Z is status. Stats for me, I guess. Here we go. Mark W, the tinker. There I am. Yeah, I'm the tinker. So being, inclined towards the virtue of sacrifice means I'm a tinker. All right. And Ryan says, wife and I watched the newest Predator movie today. How'd you like it? So I start with mace and leather. I remember what the hell the keys are. The thing is with in this game on the Commodore, there was a certain like up, down, left, right arrangement of keys you would press, and the way they map to a modern PC keyboard that has today, it's not that neat arrangement of up, down, left, right. Like it was something like semicolon and this and that and the other thing. It's not really working out. Now, semicolon seems to be east, but I don't know what the other keys would be. Just screaming up. Okay, so slash is south. Okay. Yeah, at symbol is north. Now, on our keyboards today, the at symbol is your 2 key, so it's going to be really awkward to play this like this. I'll probably have to remap keys and figure out all kinds of stuff. But I could try running into this town if I can figure out the west key. Oh, maybe I could use the arrow keys? No such luck there, but I could probably remap those. But yeah, I think it might be the end of this. Oh, some orcs coming. I'm gonna get totally killed by them. This fight works. So there's me, the tinker. So I like how this combat is. It's like obviously you zoom into this combat mode. You're not just fighting on the overworld map, which I think, I'm not gonna say necessarily this is the first game to do this kind of thing, but I think it's the first one I played. In the earlier Ultimas, no, actually Ultima 3 had this kind of a combat map, I think, too. But in 1 and 2, you would just kind of fight on the overworld view. Amazing music. Yeah, I like this battle music a lot, too. Absolutely correct, Carlos. Alright, well, I'm going to call this game here, unfortunately. But yeah, like I mentioned, I might do a playthrough of this game sometime, but I'm kind of inclined to play the Sega Master version. It has some modifications that I like, at least they sound nice to me. Like the dungeons in the first-person view where you have to map out everything on graph paper. I think the interface in combat is a little nicer. Like you don't have to. I think you don't have to shoot in just one of 4 directions. You can like aim anywhere in a line of sight. I think I heard that. Basically, it sounds like they improved the game a bit. But the dungeon theme is really cool. All right, so that's it for Ultima for tonight. Would anybody like to see any other Commodore games before I go? It is a little late. But I could squeeze in 1 or 2 more games probably. By the way, this stream I'm doing, I'm trying to maybe do every Wednesday. I'll play old school games of various, maybe a different console each time or something like that. But tonight I'm playing Commodore games simply because Well, Andy suggested it in honor of the 40th birthday of Commodore, so I figured that sounded like a great excuse. Uh, yeah, no problem, Carlos. Carlos says thanks for the trip down memory lane. But Zakatron says, have you done Jumpman yet? I have not, and that's a great candidate, I think. And Solitaire Confinement, aka Ryan, says, what about pinball? He's a big pinball nut. I don't have any pinball games, unfortunately. So maybe another time we can do that. I'll get one ahead of time. Crazy Comets, I think I have that one. Do you want to see Crazy Comets? Let's do Crazy Comets and Jumpman. Just a little bit of each. I got to go to bed soon. But I'll play a little bit of each of those games. Let's jump right into Crazy Comets, which has a theme song by the famous Commodore 64 chipset composer Rob Hubbard. I believe it's by him. Hopefully, I'm not misremembering. And yeah, this is another game I literally haven't played since the 80s. Even though I like breaking out the emulators once in a while, I have not played this since the 80s. Don't expect much skill-wise. Yeah, I'll play a little Crazy Comet, a little bit of Jumpman, and then I'm going to call it a night. I gotta get to bed. Having a lot of fun with you guys, though. Thanks for hanging out with me. Is this the Ultima Dungeon theme? That this, loader is playing? Maybe not Ultima 4, but I think it's one of them. Farlight. Okay, I'm not familiar with Farlight. Druid 2. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I like the music for the first Druid game quite a bit, actually, just like in the intro. Alright, let's play. Crazy Comets documents. Let's see. The universe is out of control, contracting into chaos. Matter becomes energy in a cataclysmic chain reaction of disorder. Comets of fire cascade through the heavens. I never had the rules for this, so this is new to me. Messengers of imminent doom. Your mission to restore order to the universe by destroying chaos wherever it appears. Your chances of survival, nil. And you thought the apocalypse was gonna be bad? F1 to change between 1 or 2 players. Control your ship using either joystick port 1 or 2. You have 3 ships at the start of the game. A bonus ship will be gained for every 10,000 points. Matter is out of control. All heavenly bodies are becoming energized, eventually turning into supernova. Destroy all bodies before they become supernova to achieve a perfect round. Yeah, I seem to remember that the comets start out small and they get bigger. And once they're the biggest size, you can't kill them, I think. You can't destroy them. I guess you just have to not get killed by them and finish the level, if I recall correctly. Let's see, where are we? Destroy all bodies before they... Yep. Rescue space capsules before they are lost in deep space for an extra 200 points. Ryan said I listen to this kind of music when I work, and Zakatron says HVSC is a gift from God. HVSC means what? I'm Googling now. Oh, okay. High Voltage SID Collection. That's great. It's a Commodore 64 music collection. That's awesome. Alright, so here's scoring. I don't need to get into all the details. Credits, programming and graphics by Simon Nickel. Music and sound effects by Rob Hubbard. Oh, he did the sound effects too. Copyright Martech Games Limited 1985. It's always interesting that when I revisit these old Commodore games, I hear of company names that I didn't even, like, I don't even know the names. There's so many game companies that don't exist anymore. Credits for the Remember version, Jack Alien and Hawk. Whoa, what's debug? They debugged stuff. That's crazy. So it's like they fixed things in the game. The round counter from player 2 and also the life counter for both players. I've never seen a game with such a lame coding. First, the game itself never counted the rounds from player 2. The rounds number showed all the time 0. But the best thing was with the lives counter. In the 2-player mode, you get all 10,000 points and 1 extra life. Player 2 got never any extra life. The screen was anytime destroyed because there was no maximum of lives you can get. I changed it to a maximum of 6. Alright. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this, make sure you hit like and subscribe. I hate to do the begging, but it does help the channel out. Yeah, I guess it's time to play. Play high score or trainer game? I don't want a trainer game. Just want to reset the high scores, no. Okay, get ready for the Rob Hubbard theme. Yeah, this is a nostalgia trip right now. I like to think when I'm playing old games, I play it for the game and not just nostalgia, but tonight I'm feeling a lot of nostalgia. Alright, let's go. How do I start? Oh, I said F1 to start, I think? No, I didn't have the window focus. F1 is between toggling 1 to 2 players. It's probably a different F key. Start. Gonna be the run stop. Trigger, no. Restore, no. I hate when I can't figure out how to start the damn game. Oh. Okay, it looks like it's freaking Bluetooth. My Bluetooth controller disconnected because I was not using it for so long when I was playing Ultima, so that's why. So bear with me a moment while I fix things. You can enjoy the music in the meantime. Okay. So it's already there. Maybe I have to switch joysticks. I think it said either joystick works. So I hit swap joysticks, but I still can't start. There we go. Spacebar did it. Okay. Get some control. Hold on. Yeah, making me use the keyboard because of monkiness. Sorry about this. This is horrible. Numpad. I don't know, keyset joysticks, maybe that'll fix it. Oh well, I finally get a lot of viewers and then I'm like, I don't know how to play. I don't enjoy the music of the game. Okay, I'm gonna try restarting the emulator because I think when my Bluetooth controller disconnected, it got all screwy. So sorry about that, but let's just restart. And has everybody in the chat here played Commodore back in the day? I'm just curious. Making conversation. One of our viewers earlier, who's a friend of Andy here, Jason. Jason never played Commodore back in the day, or he didn't have one at least, he said. I wonder if all these games were new to him. He liked the game Lazy Jones. He thought that was really cool, he told me. Let's turn up the warp mode. I don't know much about VIC-20. It wasn't compatible with C64 games, was it? Maybe it was. I remember one of my classrooms had a pet, which was not compatible. In the 7th grade, the teacher had a pet. It was like monochrome and everything, just green. Green screen kind of a thing. Alright, let's play. Hopefully this works now. If it doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, it works. Okay. Cool. Oh no, I got big. I'm dead. I'm not sure what fighting word I said. Is the pet anything good? Oh man. Even if I suck, I get to enjoy the graphics and music. Here's one of those capsules. Give you 200 with a comment. Oh, I'm dead. Gotta try again. That was horrible. Hey, what the hell? crashing? No. Get my ugly face away from covering the screen. Alright, so... just hold down the button, that's something I just learned. Ugh. Alright, I made it to rounds 2 at least. Yeah, the goal is just to shoot these things before they get big. That's only impossible to kill. And they can kill you. Am I killing the... yeah, I think you can accidentally destroy the capsules. Round 3. Alright, at least I'm moving a little bit. I'm getting shaken a little bit. I like the way the stars spiral around and all that cool stuff. That's really fun. I gotta deal with these guys. Whoa. Oh. Code 4, okay. Oh, by the way, you latecomers to the stream, I played Space Taxi earlier. I had a lot of fun playing that one. I like this variation of the theme. It's pretty fun. For the high score entry. I know VIC-20 with a Commodore computer. I was just wondering if it was compatible with C64 games. And software in general. I'm sorry, I don't know enough about it. I always thought they were not, but I don't know. It could be totally wrong. Alright, I'm going to give this one more go. And then I'm going to move on to a little bit of Jumpman, and it is definitely past my bedtime. Oh, it was not. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like an older... yeah, okay. Alright, let's try to do a little better this time. A little better each time, right? Let's see that one. Oh, I died? Oh. Thought they couldn't hurt you when they were small. Okay, thanks for clarifying about the VIC-20. I wasn't sure. And clarification, by the way, for anyone who can't read the chat, is the VIC-20 does not play Commodore 64 software. Oh, shit. That comet transforming into a planet. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, man, they move so erratically. Alright, so I'm terrible at that game, but that's alright. That's fun. Alright, let's get into a little bit of Jumpman before calling it a night. Man, I could play Commodore games like forever, man. There's so many good ones. Even the crappy ones are fun to play with too. I could play Lords of Conquest for like 3 hours even just alone. That was a cool game. Anyway, Jumpman, let's focus. I like Jumpman Jr. also, by the way. I remember getting a cartridge of Jumpman Jr. for Atari 8-bit when I was, I don't remember how old I was, but it was a birthday, like my 7th birthday or something like that. I loved Jumpman Jr. But Jumpman, the first one, has a lot more levels and a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of like really special levels, like where the rules of the level are different, like the rules of the game are different per level and stuff like that. Warp mode. Jumpman. Here's a fun fact that you guys probably know, but I think Mario's original name in Donkey Kong was Jumpman. Load Runner. I never played much of Load Runner. I should give that a shot. I remember my uncle having me over when he got a computer in the 80s. It was an Apple II GS. It was probably like 87, 88. And he had Load Runner on that. I remember playing it just that one time. I don't think I ever played it at any other time. We should start a secret society. What of Commodore enthusiasts? I like this intro. This is fun. And then the song's about to play. Do you think that address at the bottom is out of date? Yay, Jumpman! I thought I played a little tune right there. Maybe I'm thinking of Jumpman Jr. Press return to start playing Jumpman. And the funny thing about this menu is here, this is exactly like, I always wondered about this. This is exactly like Space Taxi right here. For those of you who were here for when I played Space Taxi, there was basically beginner, intermediate, and advanced, which meant the first 8 levels, the second 8 levels, and the third 8 levels. There was the 24-hour shift, which was the fourth option, to play all of those in a sequence. And then the fifth option was to play any of them at random, all of them at random. And this is the same exact thing. So were there like any of the same designers involved? It wasn't the same publisher, because that game was Muse and this one was Epic's. So just an interesting thing I always wondered about. But anyway, let's just play. I can do beginner. It's fine. I'm not gonna do too well, I'm sure. Easy does it. Okay. Player 1. Okay, oh, I might have to swap joystick, it's not working. There we go. Oh, this is fast. Oh, I think you can choose the speed, but I must have picked a very fast speed somehow. Oops, you cannot fall an inch in this game, that's right. Oh, can you like change the run speed mid-game? Yeah, you can press a number, that's right. Let's go with, yeah, 4 is decent, I think. I think that's like basically in the middle. Until I get the hang of the game, then maybe I can go fast. But it was set to 2 a moment ago. Oh shoot! That's just me. My inability to use a D-pad correctly. I gotta get a real joystick. That would be more appropriate for Commodore play. This is such an easy level too. I'm kind of embarrassed that I died. But as you can see, every time I get one of these bombs, not every bomb, but some of them make the level morph. And those bullets fly by. As soon as you line up either horizontally or vertically with a bullet, it'll shoot at you like that. But otherwise, it just kind of drifts along. It moseys along the screen. Hey! Robots 1, that's right. So there's these robots, they're stationary. Each time you get a bomb, they follow a programmed path. So they won't harm you as long as you're not getting bombs, but you have to get bombs to beat the level. And I don't really remember their paths at all, so I'm just going to wing it. There he goes. And Ryan asks, so if there is a Jumpman Jr., was this their Pac-Man? I don't know what you mean. like Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man or something like that? I guess there was a Pac-Man. Was there a baby Pac-Man or Pac-Man Jr. or both? I don't know. Okay, hopefully they don't trap me. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I just screwed myself. Oh! Oh! At least I'm getting bombs on the way down. Some of these old school games for Commodore and such, I like how they, I don't know, it's just such a different feel to them. Like, would any modern game today let you press a key and suddenly the game speed is vastly different? Actually, it's not working now. It was working before. Or just like play random levels. Most games don't have things like that. Like going for a mascot. Yeah, it's true. Bazakatron says Jumpman, surprisingly not good at jumping. Is there a Ms. Jumpman? No, that'd be funny though. He could have a little ribbon in his head. Yeah, bow. All right. Good night, Carlos. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. To me, the whole channel is about just playing and hanging out. I have no intentions to ever like monetize or anything like that. It's all about fun. So good night, Carlos. And this one's called Bombs Away. Yeah, I remember this one. The bombs fall from the sky and you have to dodge them. Do they come constantly or when you get a bomb? Yeah, constantly. Here they come. When I was a kid, I used to really love any game that was like a construction set or had a level editor. I always thought it'd be cool if there was a Jumpman level editor. Maybe there was somewhere, but oh yeah, I think it was Wizard. And Ultimate Wizard was it's kind of similar to Jumpman, except you had spells. But I think that one had a level editor. Could be wrong. Am I doing these bombs wrong? I don't know. Looks like those are going to be kind of hard to get. I guess I have to go down the middle rope. Excuse me. Wrecking Crew had one. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Wrecking Crew did have a level editor. I was huge into any game that let me create my own stuff. Probably the single Commodore game I spent the most time with was Adventure Construction Set. I was always making my own adventures. Most of them were probably garbage, but man, did I love playing with that. You could draw your own characters, you could make all the different levels, like the overworld as well as the places you go into. It was a lot of fun. Wrecking Crew is a good game, I agree, right? It can be hard though, you have to sometimes really think through what you're going to smash in what order. But yeah, Wrecking Crew is great. Jumping blocks. Yeah, this one I think it has blocks that make you jump automatically when they hit you instead of bullets. There they are, the jumping blocks. And they fire at you just like bullets, I believe. Yeah, there they go. I was trying to trigger that, but it didn't catch for some reason. Didn't target me. Yeah, Jumpman's definitely cool. Climbing up the rope is dangerous because I'm at the edge and a jumping block could appear from the left at any moment. Oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Shit. And Ryan says, weird thinking back to Wrecking Crew, Zelda, Karnov, how gaming tropes we recognize now were foreign back then. Yeah, I mean, it's like a zillion, you know, platformers, so Karnov doesn't seem like anything special, except the fact that he's a fire-breathing Russian, which is very weird. The fire-breathing Russian. I used to like Karnov quite a bit. Then I beat it and never played it again. Uh-oh, this guy's gonna torment me. Woof! That could have been bad. So it makes you jump in a random direction, so it fortunately didn't make me jump to the right, because I think that would have killed me. Yeah, Karnov does have a great theme. And Bazakatron says, if you feel like an encore, do Forbidden Forest. Oh, wow. I do like Forbidden Forest. And I think it was like 2 years ago I did a Commodore Halloween. No, I did play all different old school Halloween games. Not Halloween games, but horror-y games. And one of the games I played was Forbidden Forest, because I always thought that game was very suspenseful, and then you died in horrible ways, so it was like perfect for a Halloween stream. That game freaks me out. But I think I have to call it at this point. After a little bit of Jumpman. Vampire. With a period. It's like very matter of fact. Vampire. This one has bats that come after you, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, when you get a bomb, it'll trigger these vampires to do their thing. Vampire bats. I think one of them's gonna wake up right now. No, not yet. There it goes. It's waking up. I think they move in a programmed pattern like the robots. So some of these levels like this, there's like an ideal order for the bombs. I don't remember any of them though. They risk you to go under it? Probably. Let's try it anyway. Yeah, I knew that floor was going to come out from under me. Uh-oh. This could be dangerous. Oh, shoot. Oh! That would have been awesome if I had made that jump, but alas. Ah! Shoot! I didn't mean to jump. Apparently I have my shoulder buttons acting as a trigger as well. That was a total accident. How many jumpmen do I have left? 1? Okay, I guess it counts 0 too, probably. Woo. Okay, let's finish up this level. I don't think I've ever completed all the Jumpman levels, by the way. Got a message on Discord. Let's see if it's anything interesting. Oh, it's a friend request from Ryan. Okay, I have accepted. Invasion. Oh, I like this one. You shoot. This one you can shoot. If I remember correctly. Yeah, this one. It's only one bomb you have to get. But these alien invaders come in their UFOs and you can shoot them. But you actually cannot jump on this level, so much for being a jump man. That's obviously because the button makes you shoot, and the Commodore doesn't have multiple buttons, so. It's easy, but you could just sit around here shooting aliens for points, I guess. How many points do you get? You get 25. Ah, yes, I don't really care about that right now, but you could do that. Yeah, it's shoot man on this level. Exactly, Ryan. Grand puzzle one. Oh, this is the complicated one. That's right. Like you have to get bombs that open up. You know, they modify the levels in certain ways, and I don't know. I don't remember all the details, but you have to like do it right. I think you just build up that ladder actually in the center as you get bombs. Oh no, that's right. You get a bomb and it gives you a piece of a ladder, and you have to put it up there. There are still some good arcades out there, Ryan. Like I showed you the one that opened near me. That's pretty cool. And they put the top scores of the day on a chalkboard for each game. It's really cool. I have to go there though. It looks really cool. But I saw in a photo some of the scores, and I was like, well, let me see what I can do in some of those games. And I was like, I've seen my scores, you know, like in Scramble and stuff. They're not that good. I'm not really an amazing game player. This level is actually not that hard, it feels like. Oh. Can I just put it back here? When I heard the name Grand Puzzle, it conjured up this image of something very complicated to me. But I don't know what's happening. I don't remember a gap like that happening. I don't know if I screwed myself or if I have to, like jump on the top of that ladder. Try it, I don't know. Okay. Oof. Just like a couple more pixels, he would have fallen through the doom. Ah, yeah. Oh, that was close. It's always dangerous to be near the edge because that's where the bullets spawn. The bullets spawn right near the edges. Except the bottom. I don't think they come from the bottom. I have not watched the Transformers yet. Should I really watch it? So solitary confinement here and I were talking recently about the Transformers movie from the 80s that I had never bothered to see. And he tells me it's awesome. And I was saying how my brother-in-law once was saying to me that um, if if you say you didn't lie, sorry, you didn't cry when Optimus Prime died in Transformers, you're lying. And I was like, oh, I didn't cry because I never saw it. And he couldn't believe that I had never seen it. Oh, what happened? I think I just spoiled the movie, but I think once a movie gets beyond 30 years old, it's safe to spoil it. Anyway, what am I doing here? Like, come on, up. Yep, come on up. Why is this? Yeah, it was just acting funny. Jumpman does have a few control issues. Things get a little wonky sometimes. Oh, I beat the level. I didn't have to get those top ones. Okay, those are just bonuses, I guess. Builder. Bob the Builder. Yes, we can. Get some acid while watching Transformers. Okay. What am I doing in this one? I guess I'm building stuff. Oh no, I screwed up. Game over. Nope, I have one life, I think. You know, maybe I should just watch it. Oh, I am dead. One was the last life. Okay. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. I streamed for over 3 hours, which I try not to do on weeknights, but here I am. And yeah, thanks for watching, Mr. Ryan and Andy, and Mazakatron. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, we got some new people. Carlos. That's about all I got for tonight. Oh, I'd be happy to do this again, but yeah, I plan on streaming regularly on Wednesdays, just various old school games, and it doesn't have to be one console or computer at a time, but maybe I'll start by doing that. Maybe I'll even do Commodore again next week. I don't know, or just mix it up. I haven't decided. And I need a good name for a weekly Wednesday. I could just call it weekly Wednesday, weekly Wednesday old school stream. I used to do Monday MAME, and I would play various games. It started with just MAME, the arcade emulator, but I just kind of branched out eventually. Like, and long story short, I wasn't able to do Mondays anymore, but I'm trying to start again on Wednesdays. Anyway, that's all. So thanks everyone. And yeah, thanks Zakatron. Thanks everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. You know the drill. Uh, See you next time. I also do streams on Saturday, by the way. My co-host, my son, Mr. Rob Bob, usually joins me on Saturday. What we do is to be determined, though he was suggesting we play Project Zomboid, which is a modern game. I play modern games too, by the way, sometimes. And that's all. So good night, everybody. Wednesday we play. Okay, that's a good idea. So see you next time. Take care.